Hello, welcome to JOWP podcast. This is the new episode. We got Jose back after his little sore throat.
I was in the ICU.
And I got Gabe.
Yes.
So, I know this has been a long-awaited episode.
True. But hang on a second. I saw the Batman,
we
right?
have an ad. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Do we have an ad?
Yeah, you're like, wait. I'm like,
No, but
Basically,
So what'd you think of
for the
Batman?
Batman movie. So I saw it, right?
yeah.
And I liked that hoe. But
So I kept seeing, especially
from who?
the group that we're in,
What group were in?
the little Discord and hangout chat.
I never said I liked the Batman.
No, I know
movie.
you didn't. You
Oh.
didn't say it, but I was there this morning and everyone was talking about it.
Oh yeah. So it was funny though. We were watching the movie. I was watching the movie with my dad, and after we finished the movie, my dad's like, "No, I think those riddles were actually not even that hard. They were kind of easy, to be honest." And then I'm looking back in the movie because I sat next to him, and he talks during the movies to me sometimes.
Uh-huh.
And every time they said a riddle, he said his answer, and he was wrong about every single one. So after he said they were easy, I was like, "Dad, you know you got every single one wrong."
What'd
He was
say?
like, "Yeah, but they were still easy." I'm like, "They were easy, but you didn't get anything right."
What was one of the riddles? Was there a
This one's not a
spoiler?
spoiler because this one's from the trailer. It's what does a liar do when he's dead?
dude, I don't know.
He lies still.
Yeah, I get it.
That was one of them. That's like the
Yeah.
first riddle of the movie. He got it wrong. He got like every single
What'd he
riddle
say?
wrong.
You know what your dad said? You want to
He's
expose
still a
your dad?
liar. Or like he does
Still a
nothing.
liar.
Still a liar.
He does nothing. He's dead.
What does a liar do when they're dead? Die.
I was like, all right. And then there's like a twist in the movie, right? And I was saying the reason I don't even want to talk about that actually. I think that's kind of a spoiler, so I don't really want to get into that.
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait a little longer.
Really, like a month.
Yeah, until Jose
Even
watches
though-
it.
Yeah, because even though this episode will come out like probably a while from now,
Yeah.
they'll see it.
So I should have time to see it.
You can watch it with Jose. He's gonna watch it today.
Oh, where? You can watch it on
at the
is
movie
it?
theater.
No, he's
Is
gonna
it?
go to the movie
At the
theater.
movie theater.
I thought it was.
Place
I thought it was like on a
watch it.
streaming service because movies are being on streaming services now.
Are they?
No,
Wait,
yeah, they are, but usually not this early because they still want to get box office money.
You gonna go after?
It's like day 2, isn't it?
We're gonna have a little jet
Like
date.
a release? Or are you asking like
Release.
what do you mean?
Like since Batman came out.
Yes,
It's been like 2 days.
Wait, what?
he's saying it's
Technically,
technically
it's been 2 days
3,
since the movie
but
came out.
Technically 3, if you want to be more technical, 5.
Mhm.
But yeah,
So you're gonna go right after this?
Mhm.
probably.
I want to eat.
Is it gonna be a Jed date? Jose Ed? Jed?
True.
That's not our fusion.
That's our
name.
shipping
That's
name?
not our
Is
fusion.
that our shipping name?
Why is your fusion name just your name?
That's what I said.
Because the J
Our
from-
fusion Jedward.
Our fusion name is Jedward.
Like, where's the Jose in there? The J.
That's what he said.
That's what I said. I said J-E and then the D from my name, Jed. That's our
Yeah.
fusion name.
Not our
It
fusion
works.
name. It doesn't work.
It works better than everything else we were trying to figure out.
That's you been like me and Eddie's fusion name is Eduardo. You got the Ed from his name and then Eduardo from me.
It's Ed D with 4 D's. Yeah, it's hard.
Also, and because I went to see the movie twice because I saw it the first time when it first came out, and we saw it the second time because my dad, he's a photographer, and he was invited out to watch it with a bunch of cosplayers so he could take pictures for them.
Mm.
And we went to this special theater I've never even really heard of, but it's by the area we went to. I don't know what call that place, but like it's by the Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Oh,
okay.
the
That
truck
area.
yard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were there, and I saw the people in cosplay. I was like, that was pretty cool. This one Catwoman, she was hot, and I was like, this is it.
Now this is it.
This is the Catwoman.
You said you were
Like-
in one in the picture.
Oh no, I lied. I wasn't in
I
there.
thought as much. I looked at every single face and I was like, unless you're this like peace sign in the background, you are not in this picture.
I was looking for you too. I was like, where Gabe at?
Okay, I only said that to Eduardo because when I posted on my story, I didn't think anyone would think I was in the picture because I thought everyone would assume I took the picture because it's my story.
Exactly. You said that and I
Yeah.
was like, he probably went to go and see it with his dad. He probably went like, Dad, can you take the picture with me? This
Yeah.
is cool. This is epic, if you will.
But a lot of people swiped up and were like, "Where you at?" And I'm like, "Is it just assumed that I'm there?"
Oh, I did not
don't know-
assume
I don't-
that.
I don't know why a lot of people assumed I was in the picture.
I assumed you took it and then you said, do you know where I'm at? And I was like, oh, apparently he didn't take it. So
Yeah,
apparently
okay.
someone took
So-
it.
I only asked you that because everyone asked me, so I was like, well, okay. If people think I'm in the picture, let's see where they think I am.
And then I was like, the one black person in the photo.
The woman?
Yeah, the woman.
No, there was another black person.
Was
there was
there?
two more.
Where?
Yeah, there was a Bane, and then there was someone in the back.
The Bane was not black.
Yes, he was.
Was he?
I talked to him. He's the one who invited us.
No shot, bro.
Why are you gonna tell me, Eduardo? I was there.
Okay, I saw the picture. No way.
He's like a little bit lighter complexion than I am.
Oh.
He's the Bane from the Dark Knight.
Fair
not the
enough.
Masked
You
Man.
got him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I like looked at that and I was like, I could be Gabe, but that's too light to be Gabe. And Gabe is not that tall.
I am. I'm about
Were you
6'3".
Okay.
Yeah. But when I went into the theater, because I went in a little bit earlier, because whatever, I didn't care to stay out there and talk to people. And I went into the theater. There's a Batman in the way top, like in his full Batman cosplay. He was just sitting there, and I was like, I don't know why it was just funny to me, because he was just sitting there like so seriously looking at the screen. I'm like, what are we doing here? Why is Batman in the movie theater? It just threw me off. It was funny.
What's Batman doing here?
I wanted so hard to take a picture, but I knew he would just see me, and it would be
And be
weird.
like, what are you doing? Starts getting into full cosplay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
over for you.
I didn't give you permission.
Something like that. Ridiculous. Yeah, I enjoyed the Batman movie. It was a good detective movie for sure.
I know a lot of people enjoyed Robert Pattinson's performance.
Yeah.
Is that Batman?
What?
Yeah, it's Batman.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know also the same group that we're in that I was talking about, everyone was dogging on Robert Pattinson. Everyone's like, I don't like him. And I was like, why? He's like, because he was in Twilight. And I'm like, okay, he's a good actor. He's been in good movies. But Twilight, not even he likes when he was in Twilight.
He's been in Twilight?
Yeah, he was in.
He's
He was
the vampire.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
shit.
a sparkling man.
That guy?
Yeah.
Shit.
And
Yeah,
I
he
was-
doesn't like the Twilight either. So it's
they're like, what
weird.
movies he been in? I was about to say Harry Potter, and I was like, nah.
Is he?
Yeah, he's in the Goblet of Fire.
Who is he?
He's just another kid that competes in the Goblet of
Oh,
Fire.
kid?
Kid? When was Harry Potter made?
He's dead. It doesn't matter. That character died.
bro.
Not Robert.
Spoilers. Oh my god.
I was gonna go watch it right after
Whatever.
this.
You know you
Haven't
weren't.
you seen Harry Potter already, was it?
Yeah, I read the books.
So you already know he dies.
Yeah, so you know the character dies.
It's just a background character.
That's like me sitting there going into a Spider-Man movie, knowing Spider-Man's backstory. Someone goes, Uncle Ben's about to die. I'm like, great. I can't believe it. I haven't seen the movie yet. Like, so what?
Still.
Yeah, and then I was like, The Lighthouse. Watch that.
Isn't that the silent film?
No.
Oh yeah.
Is that
It's black and white,
the
though.
one about
Yeah,
the
it's black and
lighthouse?
white. It's
Willem
in,
Dafoe's in it, right?
Yeah. It's in like
the
16 by 14 aspect ratio.
Ew.
Not to be confused with the movie with Jared Leto where they have sex on the mountain.
Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah,
Oh, that has nothing to do with The
It
Lighthouse.
has nothing to do with
No.
it.
it does not. Unfortunately for you.
What?
I heard someone say that it was this movie because it was confirmed to have 3 shows and a trilogy.
The shows isn't like confirmed. So basically what they're doing with the shows is they wanted to see what the reaction to the Batman movie was first before they greenlit the shows.
Yeah.
They had the idea. He wanted to make, I think it's more than 3.
It was
He wanted to make a GCPD show,
Yeah.
a Penguin show,
Let's
and
go.
a Catwoman show.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And I think there was another one, but I can't remember.
The Riddler.
But yeah, it is those 3. It's not the Riddler.
Oh.
Those 3, yeah.
then,
They
like, a
wanted to have
trilogy.
shows of them, but they wanted to see how the movie did first before they decided to greenlight anything.
thing. Okay. I also heard someone was saying that this is better than The Dark Knight.
Knight?
Yeah. What's your take on that?
No, but they're really good. I mean, for me, a lot of people who know me know I'm very much a villain fan and dark fans. And The Dark Knight is very villain centric, kind of like Infinity War. It's like it's a type of movie where it centers around the villain versus the hero.
Yeah.
And the Batman centers around the hero versus the villain. So maybe I'm a little biased to like Dark Knight more because of that. And also the Joker is just such an interesting character to me. Whereas the Riddler is good. In the movie, he's amazing. Better than any Riddler I've ever read from a comic book, I think. I haven't read a lot of Riddler comics, but
Is he the Virgin Chad like we all know him to be? Or what is he like in this show?
Yeah, kind of. But that's funny actually, because my dad, he's not a very big comic book fan, especially when it comes to DC. So I have him beat usually in everything. So we went into the movie. For some reason, he had this idea of the Riddler was someone he's not. He thought the Riddler was kind of like the Penguin, but
A
he just
monster?
asked riddles as well. Yeah, like he thought he had the mentality of the penguin. So when he went into the movie, he was like, I didn't like that they made the Riddler like a nerd, and I was like, huh? Who do you think the Riddler is? That's exactly who he is.
Supposed to be a cool guy.
He's supposed to be cool.
Yeah.
Run the underground.
So I was like, what made you think the Riddler was anything but that?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, the movie I watched like back in the 80s or something, the Riddler wasn't like that. And I'm like, it's not the Jim Carrey one.
Jim Carrey was the Riddler?
Yeah, Jim Carrey wasn't very like penguin like, but he said like those movies are different because those movies are like not taking themselves seriously, which is true. But still, I don't know why he thought Riddler was like this guy. I guess it's because he thinks he's a Batman villain. All Batman villains take themselves seriously, and they're all like dominating personas. But I mean, he's still a factor in Gotham.
Well,
but he's
yeah,
not
yeah,
like no one's really scared of Riddler.
He's just a dude with riddles.
They're scared
That's
of
dangerous.
his like brain, I guess.
Yeah.
But for the most part, all the rogues in Gotham, people are definitely less afraid of Riddler than anyone else. No one's like, oh no, don't want to make Riddler my enemy.
No. Jose, you think you can take on Riddler?
What, me?
You are Jose.
How strong is the man?
He's an average person.
No, he's not average. He's like below average strength.
There you go.
But he's above average
Oh
intellect.
my. Doesn't he have
Genius
the
level.
cane?
Okay.
Sure. He does like sometimes.
Okay.
What about it?
If he has high intelligence, does that mean he knows my weak points?
No. I don't know. He
What does
probably
that mean?
does. Depends on the comic line, I guess.
What do you
I
mean?
mean, does he know like which joints to target so that I like crumple down?
Most likely, he probably would. But that doesn't mean he would hit him effectively.
Oh.
Just because he knows them doesn't mean he's coordinated enough to hit them.
dude.
He's a nerd.
Like, I
Jose.
can know a weak point on the Rock's body to hit him and make him paralyzed. Doesn't mean I can get to it before he knocks me out.
Okay.
blitz him, Jose. Just
Blitz him.
yeah. He's like, I got a riddle for.
What if he hits me with a riddle before I can do that?
What? Are words
Why is the
stopping
riddle
you?
stopping you?
He's like, you're like running at him. He puts his cane down. I have a riddle for you. You're like, I have to solve this riddle. I'm not gonna. I can't punch him anymore.
Yeah.
It's like a
It's
video
like a-
game cutscene where he starts saying dialogue and you're just like frozen. Like, great. You finish your dialogue.
I'll let you finish. I'm not a menace.
It's like when he was playing Elden Ring earlier and he was fighting this wizard. He's like, hang on, let me bun Kai real quick. And I'm like, why do you think they were just gonna sit there and let you do that?
He cast a spell before I could finish.
Yeah, because I don't know why you thought they would just sit there and watch you do it.
I thought they would take longer to finish.
Buddy, come on. All right.
Yeah, but basically that's what I thought about that.
All right, let's get into the meat of potatoes of the topic today.
Podcast.
Meat and potatoes.
Yeah. So JOWP X.
Okay.
You want to tell the story how it started, or should I
Right.
do it?
That's what I think. I'm thinking
You want to tell your
we shouldn't
perspective?
really go into the specifics of how it started because it's not something we should say how it started. Let's just get to like a certain point of the
Okay.
story and we'll move from there.
All right. So
There's-
Gabe,
I
Gabe
can
sends his
still-
minions towards me, right?
I guess we'll call them minions.
Yeah.
Sure. That sounds weird, but I guess. So I sent like children to Eduardo to annoy him and keep bothering him until he eventually would like. The goal was to mind break Eduardo and get him to kill the kids. That's the goal ultimately. So I kept sending kids at Eduardo to kill him, not to kill him, to annoy him
To
to the point
annoy
where he
me.
would kill them
Yeah.
just to make them stop bothering him.
All right.
I did the same thing to Eduardo and
And Jose.
Jose. And Jose, mind broken instantly. He said he instantly caved in, killed the kid off rip.
This kid walked up to him, went,
He didn't even think twice about it.
and he was like, "All right, never mind. You went to jail."
Yeah, but you say, Jose.
I don't want to skip.
That's true. Yeah.
True, that is true. I did
True.
that
Yeah.
on me.
Kid walked up. It was on site. It was over.
Should we just tell the story like as if it's our first time telling it, or do you want me to like say retrospect? Because I could, I think,
I think.
say like, I'll just go, okay, so Eduardo, I'm sending kids at you. What are you doing?
I guess retrospect. I don't think it would be interesting if we just re-incite it.
Though it'd be
I remember
different.
what he says, but
Yeah, I do remember.
Oh, okay.
So if I go, Jose, I'm sending kids at you. What are you doing?
I'm dodging.
You're dodging.
Yeah, I'm
They're not
dodging.
attacking you.
I
They're
go,
just annoying you.
Yeah, they're just walking up to
Yeah,
you.
there's-
You're not. You're
just
gonna do the
annoying you.
Dempsey roll as they're walking up to
Like
you.
they're like tugging on your shirt. They're like Jose. They're like
I
poking
walk
you,
away.
karate chopping you, like doing the
walk-
cobra. to
See,
your
he's doing it
stomach.
in retrospect.
They're like,
That is not what he
they're
said.
like pinching your belly fat.
He's doing this in retrospect. This is not what he
I'm
said.
adult and I walk away.
No,
Yeah,
you were
okay,
like,
yeah.
you were, I sent a child at you, Jose. What do you do? I fold, I kill it. And I'll be like, what, Jose? He's like, I don't want to deal with kids. I'm like, what are you on about? It's a child. You can deal with the little nuisance. You're like, no.
Okay, you admitted though it was annoying.
It would be annoying, but I'm not
Very
gonna kill a child like Jose.
That was the only out to get them to stop messing with you, though. is You had to kill
So
them.
just do it.
I just became a, what's it called?
Recluse.
Yeah, I just stayed at home all the time, so that
We're
kid
getting
would-
ahead of ourselves.
All right, my bad,
Okay.
my bad.
So after we send the kids to Eduardo's dealing with it, I guess at this moment. I'm sending him at Jose as well. Jose's like, nah, breaks instantly, kills them. He goes to jail. We got, who other people are in the story? We got Tyler and Devin. They're off in the story as well, but they're not really main characters into this JOWP X plot. I think Tyler, I said I left Tyler alone because for some reason I'm the villain in this story. I don't know why that happened.
What do you mean why? You know why? You know how it started. That we're not telling how it started.
Yes, I know, but like, I don't know why I'm like targeting my friend.
Oh, that's what you meant.
That's what I mean by this. I know I decided to do it, but like, I still don't get it. Right, so I'm like, Tyler's fine. I let Tyler chill, and I remember you got mad about that. You're like, bro, why does Tyler get a chill, but I don't?
Because Jose's in jail, so there's no point he's gonna get targeted anymore. I'm just being solo targeted.
I was like, yeah, Tyler's good. He's got a girlfriend. I'm gonna let him chill. And then Devin, I was like, I'll send him at Devin too to see what Devin does. But I didn't like keep tabs on him because Devin wasn't there for the hypothetical, so I couldn't see what his reaction was. So I was like, I'll just send him over there and then move on from that topic. And then we focus back on the main characters of the story, Eduardo and Jose. So this is when Eduardo went into his like reclusive arc. He's like, fine, you can explain your part.
I just said I was gonna stay at home all day, right? I won't have to deal with kids. If a kid comes up to the door, I was not gonna answer it. And then you asked me about my family, I'd be like, all right, I gotta get my family out, right? I don't know how I got him out. I don't think I had money to get my family out, but I just said I will stay down while they're gonna be like visiting family elsewhere, is what I think I said.
Yeah, you basically kicked him out the country.
Yeah,
you said
I'll
leave
be
the
like,
country.
you
You're like,
need-
you're not safe here. You
have
didn't
to
say
go-
like Gabe's after you, but you were like, you're not safe.
You're not
here,
safe.
basically.
I had to play the pronoun game like any good movie.
I don't know why you couldn't just tell them that like there's
There's
villain after
children
you.
among us.
Among us.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, I guess they leave. And I'm like at home all day, you know, like I got the windows blocked. No child will see me.
And then this is when I was like throwing up my drones. Remember? So I
Oh
was like,
yeah, you had drones for some reason.
I had
That's what-
drones. I
you-
had cameras in your house.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
had cameras
I'm
in
like,
your house. You were like, what if I watch you like take a shower? And I was like, I'm gonna just stare into the camera while I'm like stroking it.
I was like, bro, what are you on?
Wasn't this also your training arc?
No, I haven't gotten there yet.
This is later.
We'll get there. All right, we're
And
jumping.
apparently,
Weren't you like-
Not yet.
somewhere
not
along
yet.
the way, Eduardo was like, I tricked you, Gabe. I don't know how we got to this point, but apparently he somehow tricked me and made a duplicate of his house and moved to said duplicate of his house somehow without my drones detecting.
Yeah, because I was like, I learned shadow clone jutsu.
No, that's later.
Was it later?
You learned it, but that's not a part of like how
Alright.
you did the trick. You did some now you see me stuff. Made a whole different house, right?
Yeah.
Went to that house, and then I'm like, you're like, yeah, Gabe, now what? So I'm like looking in the house with my cameras and my drones, and I see you're not there. I'm like, bruh. And this is when it comes back to Jose.
Yeah, Jose
Let's go.
POV.
So
Right
Jose
out of
now.
jail.
Jose's in jail, right? As soon as he comes, no, he's not out of jail yet. Yeah, remember? Because he's out of jail for I think we gave him like.
Maybe
They gave him
a
like
day.
good behavior, so they let him out
Yeah,
early.
of course.
Because realistically, he would have more
He
than
would
that for
have
just
life,
killing a
wouldn't he,
child.
for killing a child.
Yeah,
True.
but they gave him out for some reason in this hypothetical. It was like
That
a
was
month
chill.
or so. They let him out. So he's out of jail, and as soon as he's out of jail, I'm like, Jose has not enough. I send more kids at him.
And he
then
just folds
He kills him
again.
again. He's like, all right, I'm not dealing with this. Kills him again. He walks right back in jail. Is what he said.
I killed.
And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, all right, Jose. I don't know what exactly we got to the point and where I could like, where we decided Jose was just my slave.
It was right after his third time getting out
His
of
third?
jail. It was
Okay,
his
it was the
third
third time.
because this is your second time going in, so it's
like-
your second time leaving. I mean, and
Did
you're-
I like approach him?
Yeah,
or
you did. You just like got to him. He's like, all right.
Oh
you
yeah,
got
yeah,
him
yeah, I
out.
did because I gave him the ultimatum.
Yeah,
I was like, all right,
work
Jose,
for
this is
me.
the thing. You either work for me or I'm gonna keep sending the kids your way every single time.
Oh, work for you then.
Yeah, he didn't even
Unlike
think
those
about
kids.
it.
Yeah, and I
He was like mind broken.
I was like, why, Jose? He's like, I don't want to deal with kids. I'm like,
It's that easy.
okay. Whatever.
So, yeah,
you
so now
became your
Jose's-
own menace down the line.
Also, we forgot to mention this hypothetical. I'm like rich.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
basically Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
here.
because you know we couldn't get into the beginning part of it.
Yeah.
So you're rich.
Yeah,
and
that's an
you have
important
a model
important
wife.
topic. That's irrelevant to the point.
It is, but I'm just mad about it.
Okay, but just remember, I'm Lex Luthor in this situation, basically. So I'm like, all right, Jose, I'm gonna send you off to go send him into training. So I think he's
training more like.
I think it's
Deathstroke,
important to like
right?
timestamp this. So like the thing we just mentioned with Eduardo, the whole like house situation, is happening at the same time as this Jose situation. These are the same exact points in time. So I send Jose away to go training, and I give him a super soldier serum that makes him have the abilities of Deathstroke, his regen and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I send him into military training for a while. So he comes out after like a month, and he's Deathstroke. So this is where Deathstroke Jose came from. If you remember from the Battle Royale, you're saying this is Deathstroke Jose.
Yeah.
He comes out a seasoned veteran, ready to kill. He basically does anything I tell him to do.
So I'm based Eduardo, right? I haven't learned anything yet. I'm just like trying to like trick all this cameras.
What do you mean?
This is happening in the same time span as Eduardo,
I
like
duplicate a
being
house per
annoyed.
se. I just kind of like casted minor illusion.
Casted minor.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, I never ordered Jose to do this. He said he would do this on his own accord. Do you remember?
We're saying that.
Yes, we're saying that.
We were just driving on.
No, Jose, because for down the line, we gotta tell what happens now for what happens in the future.
Yeah.
You'd
This
be like,
sets up
you're like,
the future.
You're like walking around, you know, doing your little whip, and you see like a school of kids, and you're like, it's go time, because you're not even like, what is it? Traumatized of kids. You just
PTSD,
don't.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess, but there's no.
It's not even that.
Yeah, there's no traumatic there. He just did it.
Yeah, I didn't tell you to do it. No one told you. Decided.
You said
were
it
gonna
yourself.
go
You didn't
to
even
it.
say it either. You just started
Yeah,
saying it
you said
yourself.
You said, all right, now that I'm Deathstroke, I'm gonna start going to schools and killing kids.
And we were like, why? You're like, I'm gonna do it. Cool. I'm gonna start going.
He started like saying he was flipping over desks. He
Yeah.
was doing like selfies with their decapitated heads, and
And we're like,
bro.
why? And you're like,
It was an urge.
it was an urge.
Well, he basically said he was like, he didn't want to deal with kids ever coming with him again, so he wanted to kill all the kids in the area, so he could never deal with it again.
And then
We
I think
get to
that's it for the Jose POV
that's
for a while.
for that part.
And then we get to me.
Oh
right?
no, we come back to it a little bit. Back
we?
to Eduardo though, with the house. So he makes the house.
So, you know, minor illusion, D20 nat, and I'm trying to get to the house, right? So I got my typical superhero disguise, baseball cap and sunglasses, right?
Mhm.
Because you know you can't see it, you can never detect anyone when they do that. And you know, Gabe stopped sending kids because he doesn't need kids no more because he has Jose. Right?
True.
So you're following me with your drones, and I'm just trying to like get to the safe point somehow.
And that's you skipped over a part. It's like,
Did I?
yeah, because you made the house, right? And you're in the new house. I haven't found you yet.
Oh yeah.
But eventually I do find you, and I text you. I'm like, I found you, Ed.
You text them.
Yeah. And then
So then I'm trying to like, I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm like out the house at the moment.
you want to like live your life basically, because before that, when I was surveilling you, you couldn't leave because you'd always have kids going at you.
Okay. So yeah.
This is also when you did your training arc.
Yes. So contingencies. That's the word I'm looking for. I was saying like for some reason, because Jose got the super soldier serum, I was like, okay, fine. I'll put my own little dog in the race. I have chakra to make a shadow clone. Not as many as Naruto. Just like maybe 1 or 2, like any normal shinobi.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, I'll have that as a decoy so I can like do my stuff as well. And then I'm just walking around. Next thing you know, Jose's just walking up to me like a villain, right?
Yeah.
He's like, Eduardo.
Yeah, I sent Jose to go kill Eduardo basically. So I was like, all right, Eduardo's not being mind broken. Kill him, Jose. Jose's like, yes, master.
Yes. He was like, yes, Meowster, I'm on it.
What the fuck?
Was
That's
he wearing
you.
like cat? Yeah, he was wearing like cat ears
Yeah.
and he had the paws.
Of course.
I thought I was Deathstroke. Okay.
You are Deathstroke.
You were, but you're also Jose.
All right.
So I'm like, Jose, you don't want to do this. And you're like, I do. Like, why? It's simple. I'm chilling. And I'm like, oh my God. I don't know.
You did say that. You did actually say that.
Sounds like something I'd say.
And I'm like,
I'm
what? What? He's like, I don't have to deal with anything. I literally chill. I'm like, why do you want such a simple life? And he's like, it's easy. I'm like, what do you mean? What does that mean? I don't even know how I got away from Jose.
I don't either, because
remember that
you weren't
either.
at that point. You weren't stronger than Jose.
Yeah.
I think you said you just kept running, and eventually, because the way this hypothetical was working, it was off rip basically, just off the dome, and Eduardo was saying things to get away from Jose, and Jose was saying things to like keep up with him, and eventually Eduardo just got away somehow.
Yeah, because Jose was like,
yeah, so Eduardo broke his ankles.
Probably.
yeah.
And then Jose came back to me. He's like, I lost him, and I was like, you failure.
How could you do this? You failed.
Then I'm like blurry and what happens in between. I know what happens like later, but I don't know what happens like in between.
I think
this
there
area.
is nothing in between. I think we skipped. You found me.
Time skip. Okay,
Yeah,
we just,
I think there was just a
skip.
skip. Honestly, I think there was honestly just a skip. It was just
Okay.
like years of me like evading Jose.
yeah.
And I think you're like.
Eventually, I just caught
Yeah,
you.
and then you're like, you caught me.
I'll
I was
do
like,
it myself.
how? You were like, I just asked how, and you're like, I did. I was like, what? I'm sure there was a way
Yeah,
you
I'm
found me.
sure.
I just am blanking on how you did it.
Because I remember saying like, fine, I'll do it myself, because Jose couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because I like scaled above Jose in this verse.
Yeah, because I remember I would send out a decoy, a shadow clone Jed, right? And
Yeah.
I'd have him like out there. You know how it is. Like once a shadow clone is like killed, recon basically.
Yeah.
So I think what you did was you like traced the shadow clone. You like with all your multiple cameras, you were like, you saw the shadow clone and you just kind of traced it back to me.
Yeah.
And then you're like Kool-Aid man, you were like you busted into my house, and I was like, bruh, what are you doing? You're like, I knock you out, and I was like, can I resist? And you go, no. I'm like,
I don't know
That's
how you thought
crazy.
you would be able to. I scaled higher than you, Eduardo.
how brain-wise, yeah, but not.
No, okay. So I know I said I was like Lex Luthor, but I'm like, at this point, remember I had the ghoul serum
You're
as
right.
well.
You're right. I didn't know about this until later, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
So I was basically like a Batman mixed with Morbius. Kind of.
Okay.
Right. So then now I've captured Eduardo.
New
and
arc. New arc.
I'm like, I've won basically. Now, remember the whole point of this scenario was to mind break Eduardo. That was the whole goal. So I'm like, all right, now I've got Eduardo trapped in my dungeon. And I put a. Dude, what's funny about that?
Because I remember the stuff that happened in the dungeon. Because right after we made this, we had been watching Redo of a Healer.
Oh, I guess.
So you did all that.
Oh yeah, I
You're like-
did. I was like, okay, I sinned in dude. Basically, if you see me over here, like,
You know what he's referring to. Just know I was not having a great old time.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that happened to that dude from Reader Wheeler, I did that to Eduardo.
Bro, you're a villain.
No. We'll get
We
to
haven't
it.
gotten
We'll
there.
get to
We
it.
haven't gotten there. Just you
So
wait.
I'm doing that to Eduardo.
Right, he's
After he runs through the whole cycle that happens to Read Over Here.
also, like,
just
just
a cycle.
torturing
I do
me.
the Kaneki torture as well, which if you know.
If you know, you know, you know.
Should we just like edit it? You can't edit a clip in there because we get copyrighted for that.
Yeah.
I think everyone knows the Kaneki torture.
But if you want, we could.
you can
say what-
explain it. I
So
guess.
basically, what he does is he starts what is it? Cutting off?
Yeah.
He starts cutting off like my fingers, my toes, and whatnot. And I'm just like, you know how it is, right? You
forced to
scream.
count
Yeah.
by 7.
Yeah, and I'm horrible at math, so you know how that goes.
Yeah.
So then I remember you were like, I inject you. You started using me as experiments too. I was
Yeah.
like, it was like, I inject you with the ghoul serum. And I was like, why? So you can live. And I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, I put a bunch of like experimental like serums in you.
You
'cause I was
put like
trying to-
super regen, like ghoul serum.
I remember I gave you the Speed Force at one point. I took a lot of things away from you though. I didn't want you to keep it, but I was testing out my like. I was a mad scientist. I don't know. Me saying I was Lex Luthor at the beginning doesn't like give it credit enough. I'm this like insane mad scientist
Yeah.
who can like make anything effectively. I gave you like a Speed Force serum. I gave you like, I don't know. I gave you a bunch of different serums. I did a bunch of things.
Yeah.
The end goal was like ghoul serum. I was like, I let you keep that because I don't want you to die. So I keep doing like the torture.
Yeah,
thing
just
to
like
you.
snip, snip, snip. You know, casual Friday night funks that I'm not excited for.
And the word was like, oh, great. How long does this go on for? I'm like, we'll do this for 15 years.
And oh, you know what else you did? I just remembered.
Which one? Are you talking
You
with
pulled
the
a
girl?
Casca. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that part though.
I just remembered that
I did.
too.
Okay, if
you
you know, you know. I pulled the Casca
you did
during
that
the
and you were
Eclipse
like,
moment.
I'm not even gonna say. I'd rather not say the name of who.
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
why I didn't want to say it.
But
'cause I
you,
didn't wanna say
I
it.
remember you were like, you did it in front of me. I'm like,
Yeah.
why? You're like, because I'm breaking your mind. I'm like, dude, what? And you're like, are you mind broken? I don't know. I think that's what you would ask. You're like, are you mind broken yet? I'm like, I mean, I guess, sure. All of this, and I'm still a healthy
Yeah, it was
mind.
15
No
years.
shot.
So I was like, great. After 15 years, I'm like, finally, I did my goal. So I let him free. I don't even kill him. I just let him free into the world. And then Eduardo's like, he's like, my mission now is to kill you, Gabe.
Yeah.
I was like, why?
And I was like, what do you mean why? What are you talking about? 15 long years of torture. You're like, Scott, you want to be scot-free?
Yeah. I was like, I accomplished my goal. You leave me alone, right? And then I think you went to jail. I don't remember how, but you went to jail somehow. I think after I set you free, I just like sent you to jail because I had like power, I guess.
Because for some reason, normal jail is going to hold me back.
You mean you stayed in jail relatively? Yeah, because remember we get to the point where we're at doing the confessional areas where you can like talk to them on the phone through the glass. Yeah. So we get to there, you're talking to me, and I'm like talking like crazy
mad
to
mess.
you. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you ain't never gonna see your family again. I found you.
Oh yeah, you did. You're like, I'm gonna kill your family, and I was like,
no, I didn't kill them.
No, you said that. You're like, I will.
Yeah, I told you that.
I was like, why? What'd they do? And you're like, be related to you.
And then basically, the way I tricked them into thinking I killed them without killing them is because I told them to not.
You cut contact.
I contacted them. I was like, "Don't talk to Eduardo anymore." And I give him like some like story of like how you became like a villain or something.
Mm-hmm. So I was like, visiting hours. No one was visiting me.
Yeah.
I never had family, no friends. Not right. Yeah. 15 long years of isolation of humanity.
Yeah, and then after the 15 years,
and then after 15, whatever, however long I was in jail, no family contact. You were like, you think you could survive? I was like, no, I don't think I would survive. And you're like, really? You don't think you survive?
No, you did say you survived. The question I asked you was, would you forgive me?
That was later. That was later. You were like,
it was during the prison.
Was it? Yeah. You were like, do you forgive me? I was like, no.
That's the big overarching.
I was like,
the
no.
big overarching theme of this story.
I was like, no. And you're like, really? You wouldn't? I was like, who do you think you are that I would forgive whatever you do?
Jose forgave me.
Jose did not have to go with what I had to go through.
It was your choice. It was your choice.
It was your choice.
Jose killed children and was given the super soldier serum.
By choice.
What else? What else did you have to go through, Jose?
We'll get there.
No, we will. But also, he made his decision. You made yours. You chose to make yours a more difficult path.
Whatever.
Okay, so what's after this?
So then
okay, now you're in your revenge arc because you get out of jail. Now you're unhinged Eduardo. Yeah. You're like actually cracked. Remember, he knows Shadow Clone Jutsu.
I know Shadow Clone Jutsu. I have the ghoul ability.
I think he has Rasengan at this point.
Do I? I don't remember ever using it.
You do use
so
it
my
in the
main
final
goal
fight.
right now is to find Gabe.
And kill me, yeah.
So my first goal is like, all right, I can't find Gabe. I'll find Jose.
And I'll make him talk.
And I'll make him speak.
And I was chilling, dude.
Yeah, he was chilling, right?
Yeah,
Jose was on his own island.
He was on his offshore island that I created. That was like not on any maps. You had to do like, I think you said it was like 2 years to like.
I had to do 2 years of research to find this man. And Jose's like just chilling, watching TV with whatever her name is. And then I was like, what did I say? I think it was just like I kill her right next to Jose, right? I just.
I think Jose started first with it, and then you built off it because Jose started explaining his island situation.
Yeah, you want to explain the island situation, Jose, before I destroy it?
He doesn't remember it.
It was just an island.
He was chilling like in like a beach lawn chair kind of thing.
That's right.
He was chilling back. No, not a hammock.
Oh, hammock. Okay, no.
He was like had like a coconut drink, and he had his girlfriend. I'm not gonna say the name of the girl, but he was chilling with his imaginary girlfriend, one of the girls of his dreams. That's his girlfriend in this scenario because I have political and rich power, so I can basically make her fall in love with him. I guess. That was like a main point of Jose, like why he made the right decision. He's like, Gabe can give me anything I want.
Yeah, and he did.
I did, I guess. I got him his own island, his girlfriend.
I was chilling.
Yeah, so he's chilling there in his hammock and whatnot, watching TV. And then Eduardo comes up behind him, sticks his hand through like the chair and through her chest from the back. And kills her right in front of Jose for no reason. She had nothing to do with it.
I think Jose was like, "Why'd you do it?" I was like, "Cause I just wanted to do it. Really, I wanted you to know how it is."
Yeah, who's the real villain?
Who's the real villain? We did talk about it. I did become a villain. I was not a hero no more.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, I'm not even gonna try and justify my actions. I'm like, I was a villain right then and there. You created a villain. Jose, me and Jose are fighting. For some reason, he has the ghoul serum in his teeth. For some reason, right?
Yeah.
He's fighting me with his normal Deathstroke combat. For some reason, he thought that would be enough. And then I was telling him, I was like, Jose, you're Deathstroke against a ghoul. I don't think you could outmatch me, right? Especially because I think I had combat experience, but I don't remember why I did.
I don't think you have combat experience.
I think it was because I did kill you, and then I was a fake. Remember?
Oh yeah.
I killed you, and it was a fake. That's how I got out.
True.
Because for some reason you do that, and I was like, great.
I'm that guy. Yeah. When you think of that nigga, I'm him.
Yeah. I don't think I ever was in jail. I think I killed you.
No,
and
you
then
were. Because there was definitely the confessional thing with your parents.
I remember. That's why cause that's how I knew you were still alive.
Yeah.
All right, because I killed fake.
Oh yeah, you killed me. That's how you went to jail.
Yeah, because I killed fake you.
Yeah.
I got out and I went to jail, and then you're like, I'm still alive. And I was like, what?
It was the actual plot twist of the end.
I was like, you're alive, and I was like, I'll kill your family. And I got out. I went to go look for.
Everyone's a villain, dude.
Went to go look for Jose. I killed.
This isn't a story from any like good guy.
There was no good guy anymore.
No. Devin was the good guy in the end, I think. Because
What was he?
What do you do?
Eventually,
I thought he had
because I
no
was like,
plot.
he did
I thought
it.
all of JOWP died.
They did, but he fought against me. So he was on your side.
Okay.
Because it was I think it was during the 15-year torture arc when I was showing, because I remember during the part of the torture was me like showing you your like friends and family and be like, this is what you're missing by being in here and whatnot. Straight up horrible things, right?
Yeah, horrible things were done. Horrible things.
And I think one of it was Devin, and somehow along the way, I think we gave Devin like Batman abilities.
Okay.
So he like figured out that I captured you, so he tried to like get you out, but since I'm just better than him, I killed him. But I made sure it was in front of you though. So you had to watch him die.
I had to watch a lot.
I don't know why I killed Tyler, but he died too.
I don't think you ever gave a reason why. You just said they all died.
Yeah. No, I give a
I
reason
think you
for Devin.
did it in
Devin
front of me
fought.
for all of them. I think you did all of them in front of me. You're like, this is what you're doing for like resisting or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so I find Jose.
We backtracked a bit. Yeah.
Right, we have to give some context. So I just remembered as we're telling it. So we're back to the main plot. Jose and I are fighting for some reason. Next thing you know, I'm beating him. He's like, ow, my jaw. And he's like, I have the ghoul serum. And I'm like, why do you have ghoul serum? And then he's like, pigeon. I remember that being a thing.
Oh yeah. Like, I had
a
a pigeon who like dropped the ghoul serum in on him like before the fight because I like predicted when the fight would happen. Yeah. So I dropped it down on him. He stuck it. He like specific about what molar it was.
Yeah, he was
said,
like,
left
I have
molar.
it in my left molar, and I was like, why? Why not just have it and just take it?
Jose,
I don't know, dude.
You're the one who said it.
I was crazy.
Okay.
So next boss form, and I'm like, okay. And then we just said it was like Jason versus Kaneki at that moment.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, so I beat you, whatever. And then you're like, I'm like,
some big speakers.
so you're like, I'm like right about to defeat you because I'm not trying to kill you. I'm like, where is Gabe? Right? I'm like, where is he? You look at me, you go, the nuke is real. And go, and then boom. Everything
you mixed the lines up wrong.
Did I?
Yeah, that's not what happens. Yeah, because he goes, I have a nuke in my molar. If you touch me, I set it off. And you were like,
oh,
cap.
Right.
You were like, cap. And he was like, he tried to bite down. You just stuck your hand.
No, that was.
Is that later?
No, that was after.
No,
because he did blow up.
Oh yeah, he did blow up.
He blew up the island, right? And Jose thought he was smart. He was like, and then it pans out, and I'm chilling with a coconut.
Yeah, and turned out everything we were watching was a clone island. Yeah. Clone me, clone my girlfriend. And then he was watching it on TV.
And then I told Jose, and I was like, and then I kill her again, right? And you go, bruh, why? How? You're dead. And I was like, did you forget? I have shadow clone jutsu. And then the whole car went crazy. We're like, oh my god!
Jose was so salty.
He was so salty about it.
That's you were stupid.
You were like, I was
stupid. How do you know that's a clone?
And I was like, because I was like, did you really think I was gonna go in there without recon? I sent a shadow clone first. And the whole car was going crazy. I was going crazy. I was like, I was going crazy. You're bad. You're bad. Right? And then you started talking about a dead man's trigger, right? Because at that point, I was like, I'm not going to let you live. Because I killed her first, of course, right?
For some reason, he did it again. Yeah, he still killed her again.
Actually, no, I don't even think I killed her. I think I
did.
stopped him first, and I wanted to kill her in front of Jose.
No, you did kill her first because I remember what happens is you kill her first and you go to Jose, and this time you don't let him get the ghost serum. You like snatch it out of his mouth.
Yeah, just like
Throw it out. And then he like starts calling to her. He's like tried to call her name out, remember?
Yeah.
And then you're like, Jose, she's dead. And he's like, oh right.
He's like,
Oh, right.
"Do it." He's like, and he pulls out, and she pulls out the explosives out of her couche. I'm like,
Yeah.
how? She's dead. He's like, no. But like, she does. It's like, she's dead, Jose.
He goes, okay, that's fine. The nuke is real. The iconic, the nuke is real life.
And he goes, but she has a dead man sugar. I was like, then why didn't it go off? And she's dead. And he's like, okay. And then you like, because you know I'm above you again, and you're like, the nuke is real. And I quickly said, and I put my hand in your mouth, and you go, bro, what do you mean?
Kind of
like,
messed up, man. You're supposed to let me finish.
that was exactly it. I'm like,
Yeah.
and you're like, why don't you let me finish? I'm like, what are you talking about? Why am I gonna let you finish? I'm gonna just
He
stop
knows
it
how
at
it
the
goes.
seven.
You're supposed to let me finish.
No.
That's how it goes.
No, it doesn't. And you're like, I chopped through the fingers. Like, no, you don't. These fingers have been cut off multiple times.
True.
They're
You
hardened
don't.
steel.
I think Eduardo just snaps your neck. That's the end of the Jose arc.
And then I'm like, I started rummaging like Jose's stuff for some reason. I find where Gabe is for somehow. I think it took
Yeah.
more time that time.
Yeah.
'Cause I think it took 5 years.
The climax isn't very,
Yeah, it's
isn't
not that
very crazy after
interesting.
that. So after that, basically, he finds me. I let him kill me because for the plot, and I tell him I was always in the overarching theme of the story.
You know what I didn't remember? Wait, no. I think this happened after the story. What Jose said. Or
Yeah,
was
it does. Yeah,
Okay.
I know, 'cause
I
that's
thought
how
it
I'm getting
happened
to
like
it.
as I was
Yeah.
like trying to interrogate him.
No. I'm getting to it. So
You'll know
yeah.
what.
So he gets me. I let him kill me. A la what Itachi, I guess.
Yeah.
And then he wins at the end of the day. But while he's killing me, I'm like, I did it, Eduardo. The whole goal. I was actually the misunderstood villain the whole time.
And I was like, how?
And I explained to him because before this whole hypothetical came up, Eduardo kept, he still does to this day, always talk about, I want to be the main character. So I said, for sure.
And
I
then-
made him the main character.
And then
I gave him the tragic
there was
backstory
another
of
plot
the
twist.
Yeah.
Plot twist. I was
That
like,
was the-
oh my
and then-
god.
And real life Eduardo, not in story, because in story Eduardo and like real life Eduardo were like different. Because Eduardo admitted he was like in a different mindset.
Yeah. He's
then.
like, would you do this? And I'd be like, no, I right now would not do this.
But real life Eduardo was like, you know what, Gabe, you're low key right. You were actually, you did do the right thing, I guess.
Yeah. And then I think we started talking about it. It's like,
The
would-
right
I think
The right thing in quotes. Like, it wasn't the right thing, but it was like for what he wanted, I did give him what he wanted.
Yeah, I did become the main character, I guess.
So he said I was he agreed I was the misunderstood.
And you started
villain.
like, I remember you were going, could you live a normal life after what you did? And I went, no. After everything I did, no shot I would be able to live a normal life. You were like, really? You couldn't just go back into society? I was like, no.
Really? You couldn't just go get a 9 to 5?
There's just hatred in my eyes and my heart. No shot I could go back to society.
So basically, after I gave my like speech about how I was the misunderstood villain, everyone in the car was like, "Bro, deep gang, oh my god!" Right? And then Jose's like, "Then me too. I'm also."
Yeah, Jose was so salty. 'Cause
I was
remember,
misunderstood.
and no, you weren't. And then in the JOWP X anime, you were like, after I started like leaving, after I killed you, right? It starts playing Green Day, and I'm like, I walk a
starts playing
lonely,
Green Day?
yeah, like lonely road and whatnot, and it starts rolling, it starts scrolling down.
No, that's later. That's
Was
like you're
it
getting ahead
later?
of
No, it
yourself.
was right
Yeah,
after that.
No, you're getting ahead
this,
of yourself.
This talk we were having.
This
was,
talk is before.
Was it? I
Yeah,
thought-
where he
I
says
thought-
he's the misunderstood villain is
was
before.
pretty
Trust me,
misunderstood.
because I'll get to it.
Okay.
So he's trying to say he's the misunderstood hero, and then Eduardo's like, "You killed children."
And you were like, you think I enjoyed it? You had fun doing it.
He actually said he was smiling, taking pictures.
That doesn't mean it was real.
What do you mean? I killed them. I would do backflips. I'd do everything so cool. It was like, I don't give a damn about my reputation. It was playing in the background as I was like having a slaughter. And I was like, how? You're not misunderstood at all. You're actually understood enough.
Yeah, you were understood. You were a straight up maniac.
And you're
Psychopathic
so
murderer.
salty about your death too.
Yeah.
You
So
just-
what we The reason that I say this is after what you were gonna say is because after all that's talked about, we basically concluded the story there. You killed me, but then we panned down. It was like all a cell thing where I was like, I was making a little like mini me in the bunker below.
We were setting up season 2.
We were setting up season 2 of JOWP X, and then Jose's like, oh yeah, and then you look to the left and there's me.
And I twitch in that too. I go, and I'm like,
I'm like, no, Jose, you're not there. You're dead.
I don't know why I'm not there.
Why would you?
Dead. Why are you there?
Well, I don't know why I wouldn't be cloned too.
Why would you?
Why
be
would I need
cloned?
you? You were dispensable.
Okay.
He needs another him. He doesn't need another you.
It's lame, dude.
And then that's the point where Professor X Gabe comes in, because then the
Professor
whole
X game.
Then we start bringing
because this is
people.
the Illuminati of JOWP came in, which most people don't know who the Illuminati is, so it sounds weird when I say that, but eventually people will understand it because Doctor Strange is gonna come out. So the Illuminati of JOWP come out, and it's Professor X Gabe, Batman Devin, I think it was Magneto Tyler, I think is what we gave it to him.
I don't remember.
And then it was just you were some version of
just
you.
based me.
Jose was some version of him. Eddie was there.
I remember you asked me, he was like, "Do you think you could convince yourself to stop?" I was like, "No."
Yeah, that's
No
what
shot.
we were getting to, because the version of you that was on the council was like trying to convince you to like be regular again, and you were like, "I don't think I can do it."
Yeah, and you were like, "Why?" And I'm like maybe 20 plus years of just tormented life because of you. So I don't think knowing me going through 20 years of such a thing, no shot I would like have any forgiveness for you.
Kind
And you're like, yeah, right. And you're like, really? That's kind of messed up. Like, oh yeah, that's messed
Yeah.
up.
Because the other version of you was like, I would have forgiven him, and you were like completely different situations.
Yeah,
though.
because
Oh, wasn't that JOWP X Prime?
it was Prime.
What are you talking about?
Was that Prime?
I don't think it was.
No, Illuminati.
Illuminati
Eduardo.
joke. Illuminati Eduardo. It was like, because that Eduardo would forgive you because he didn't have to go through all that.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know the full context.
Let me see. Let me pull up the
script.
You got notes?
I got notes. Let me see. Okay. So we had. Oh, hang on.
What?
Okay, we had Professor X Gabe. We had Tony Stark Eduardo. We had Doctor Strange Tyler.
Oh.
Damn.
It was I already said Batman Devin. And then it was Mr.
Jose.
Fantastic Eddie. Jose was dead.
Oh,
Jose wasn't on the council.
I see.
That was another reason you were salty.
You're like, why can't I be on the
I
council?
wanted to be in the council, man.
Why wasn't
you
he
were
on the
not.
council?
I don't know. I think we just wanted 5. I mean, artist isn't in the council either.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, Jose. You were the main antagonist effectively.
Was I?
Yes.
A basic. I mean, I was the main antagonist,
had
but you
a-
were like the
It was
secondary
like the
main
puppet
antagonist.
strings. It was like you were the
Yeah.
Madara and he was the fucking Black Zetsu.
I think the better example would be like Obito to Madara.
Yeah, that.
I guess.
Yeah, you were Obito.
You had your time to shine.
Yeah.
You had your time to shine for sure. You had probably the best fight in the series.
Yeah.
If it was animated, it would have been pretty
The
litty.
entire anime, yeah. Our interactions were the best interactions of the
The
anime.
island arc, everyone loves the island arc. Was that?
arc.
Yeah, then the replica arc.
The island replica arc.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a part of the island arc, but yeah.
The island saga.
Yeah, and I guess we ended there. We were like, season 2 will come eventually or
And
something.
we never did. We never did talk about it
Never
again.
did season 2. I don't know how we'd pick up from there. I'd have to like think
It's
about
tough.
You can't. Yeah, where would you go?
it. Where
after,
do we
like,
go from that?
a
We have
little
like this
embryo of
unhinged
you.
Eduardo,
A little embryo of you is in the tube, and he's like, where
Yeah.
could you go from there? What would you do?
Professor X Gabe steps in.
He raises the embryo Gabe.
Yeah,
I remember. I think this Eduardo, unhinged Eduardo, ghoul Eduardo, if you will,
Eduardo.
is PTSD of just any Gabe. He just assumes all Gabes
Yeah.
are villains.
All Gabes are the same.
Yeah. So I remember when we had to bring him over for some reason. I forgot why. He's like, we snatched him out of like X timeline to put him in the Illuminati timeline. But he was like, because he saw you.
Oh yeah.
And then you're like, why would he do that? So I had to explain why unhinged Eduardo was just crazy.
True.
Which made sense. The entire thing did make sense. It was funny. It was.
I
actually-
guess, yeah, but like I think you could have
Oh yeah.
forgiven me.
You know
in
what
the
else? Because
end.
you were like, I have perfect like speech, something like that. I could persuade.
Oh
anything.
yeah, that was like one of my abilities.
Yeah.
Is I could, no matter what, I could convince anyone of anything.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
why.
my
That's how you
power.
got like Jose to do your bargaining.
No, I remember I didn't have to use it on Jose. I didn't have the ability at that point.
It was
My bad,
basically by
Jose's
choice.
that was
girlfriend.
that was how I casca'd you, and that's how I got his girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was like, wouldn't work on me. You're like, why wouldn't it? And I was like, because I hate you. No
True.
shot. I'm gonna listen to anything you say. And you're like, really? You wouldn't listen to me? I was like, A, you lied to my family and like held them away from me. No contact with my family. And then I always brought up the torture, the 15 years of torture, because I was like the prime example of why
And
I would
was
never
like,
trust
okay,
you.
you just let it go. Drop it was only 15 years.
It was only 15 years. It was 15 years of like finger cutting, like witnessing the Casca thing once.
The redo of a healer.
The redo of
situation.
a healer like treatment.
Yeah.
And you're like, I would persuade you. I'm like, no, you wouldn't. Anything you say would just be going out of one ear, going out the other.
For some reason, I don't know why he couldn't
And you're
forgive
like,
me in the end.
okay.
Because the other Eduardo from the other timeline and the Eduardo narrating
The one that
both
isn't-
agreed.
The one that
I
isn't
was-
traumatized you.
Yeah, they both agreed that I was the misunderstood villain.
Yeah, but you're just a villain in unhinged Eduardo's eyes, not misunderstood.
For some reason, even though I explained it to you as I was dying, what I did. You just didn't
And
accept
I was
the
like, I was
answer.
blinded by rage. All I saw was red. I was like,
Yeah, that's basically that.
all right, good podcast. Anyways, you can find us
What?
on
It's been like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's been 20 minutes.
Has been.
It hasn't been that long. It was just an interesting little story.
Yeah, I think it would have been a lot longer if it was the first time saying the story. But since we could, like, there's a lot of stuff I think we probably did miss, honestly.
That was like a month ago.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was like a year ago, honestly.
Yeah, it was like
We
March
didn't live,
actually. I
'cause
think
we didn't live here.
Yeah, it was like I think beginning of last year.
Oh, shit.
It was a while ago.
Because it was right after your parents moved into their new house.
My perception of
Yeah.
time is fucked up.
It was
So
crazy.
when it was like around that time whenever they left.
Yeah, we gotta do more what if so to get more of the multiverse involved.
But I had
So-
that was like a really fun like thought exercise.
Wasn't that like the
It was
first
really
big
funny
one?
to see Jose get salty.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Jose?
Wasn't that like the first big one?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah,
that was like the
probably.
Berg.
That was the birth of it. of the what
It
ifs.
was like the big first one.
We got a ghoul Eduardo, I guess we'll call him.
Mm-hmm.
Got a. Where were you on the Illuminati again? What did I say you were?
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark. And I guess you were Tony Stark before, so you have
Yeah.
two versions of Tony Stark Eduardo.
Hey yo, let's go. You have
Jose's got a Deathstroke,
Deathstroke Jose and Dead
Deathstroke
Jose.
ghoul fusion, I guess.
I guess.
If we're taking like Prime from
I
that
guess.
universe,
Yeah, you had Deathstroke Ghoul.
And then we have
Deathstroke.
Boy Meets World Jose.
Let's go.
Which is just normal Jose.
No, he's shredded.
I'm shredded.
What is that gonna do with like a world of like?
I also have a 3rd degree black belt in jujutsu.
No, you never
No,
said
you
that. You're just the
didn't.
one that
When
that.
did you
not
get
say
that?
that?
No, you never
I
said
never
that.
said
say
that.
that.
You said
You said
all-
you never leave the couch. How'd you get it?
You said I would watch Boy Meets World on repeat.
That's right.
You would bug me about a floating couch.
That's right.
And just be ripped somehow.
Yeah.
He said he was doing workouts in between like commercial breaks.
And I was like, what would you do? And you're like, be ripped. And I was like, okay.
I thought I said I was a 3rd degree black
No, you
belt.
never said
I
that.
never said that. Was there any other versions of Jose, or is that
No.
it?
That's about it. We have Salty Jose, which is just Jose now.
True. Oh no, there's I don't know if we ever talked about this what if on the podcast, but there's was he Devil Fruit Jose, I think. Or unless you took the Devil Fruit.
No, because you.
Oh, the
yeah,
one with the
'cause-
Bankai and
Yeah,
the
you
chakra.
and Jose were fighting for Bankai, so I was just like,
No, we didn't fight for it. I made the decision
Oh,
faster than
my
he
bad.
did.
You're right. He was
True.
fighting for Bankai, but
But
you
he
were
didn't-
like,
yeah,
he
I
was
already got
chasing
it.
you. And I was, he was chasing you, and I was like, oh. So I was like, all right, I'll put the eye in and I'll take a bite of the juice.
Well, just in case we didn't ever explain it, because I don't know if we did or not. Basically, the scenario was on the table. There is 3 items: the Zanpakuto, Sharingan, or Devil Fruit. No matter what you choose, you get to choose the ability of whatever you pick. So if you get the Sharingan, you pick the Sharingan ability. Zanpakuto, you pick the Shikai and Bankai ability. Devil Fruit, you choose the Devil Fruit ability.
Yeah.
Which one would you choose? I made the choice quickly because I was fast thinker. I said I'm going Zanpakuto
And it
off
also
rip, not
was
even
your,
thinking
and it
about it.
was your like hypothetical, so you could.
I read it though, but
Oh, was it read? I thought you
No.
like knew it was. On the top
I
of
did
your
make it
noggin.
up, but still, I didn't think about what I was gonna choose beforehand. I said it and then thought.
He's just rigged. Oh, man.
You also said that like in the situation, you were prepared for that specific situation. So you already knew what you were going to pick.
So base Gabe, yeah. So I went and got the Zanpakuto
And
because I'm
Jose-
a smart thinker. I zipped and got
Jose
it first.
was trying to grab it too, which basically left me with choosing like Devil Fruit and eyes. So I was like, I know nothing about Devil Fruits. I'll just grab the eyes.
Yeah, and then
So,
Jose
like-
got a Devil Fruit. Which Devil Fruit did you get, Jose? I guess that'd be another
Actually-
multi-version of you.
Yeah. You got the human fruit. 2020 chop.
Jose Chopper.
Jose Chopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Then what fruit did you get?
I don't know.
Which one you make it?
You've read all of One
I
Piece.
make it.
Yeah, it's if you want to choose one that's in the One Piece, you can, but you can just make it your own.
I'm not creative enough to make one.
Right, then choose
So
one
then
off
choose
of
one
One
from
Piece.
One
I
Piece.
want the light one.
Which one?
The
Kizaru?
The Glinklet.
Kizaru?
Yeah.
What does that do?
Okay, light.
So just control light,
It's like, ooh,
refraction, and whatnot.
what have you seen? I
I've
don't know, it's
gotten.
like,
I finished Chopper's arc. That's it.
yeah, not from One Piece. I mean, like from anime in general. I don't know. It's like, do you know what like
What does he
Ace can
do?
do?
What?
You know what Ace can do?
Ace? No.
Yeah.
God, what does he know?
Nothing.
What animes do you know with like people with powers, elemental powers?
My Hero.
Yeah.
No, no one from My Hero would have it.
That's it.
Do you know Natsu?
He doesn't. He does, but it's not the same. Don't
From
even
Fairy
try and use
Tail?
that comparison.
Do you know the light dragon in Fairy
Nope.
Tail? Oh,
It's not the same either.
I got to Marine 6 and I stopped.
Marine 6.
Basically, in anime, light is like light energy. It's not like the
Oh.
light we see. It's like
Okay,
it's
it's
like beams basically.
Okay.
But he's that. But it's an elemental, so you can like turn into it as well.
Okay.
And then, what was your Sharingan ability?
Yeah, I think I just chose like base Sasuke. Not base Sasuke. Like Boruto Sasuke. 'Cause I was-
Boruto. I mean, whatever Sasuke doesn't matter. It's whose ability, not how strong it is.
What abilities are there? I forgot what abilities. I think I just said any the whatever abilities.
Yeah, Sasuke, Obito, Itachi, Shisui, Madara's in contention if there isn't an ability or
I
not.
just take Sasuke's.
Switching places, or well, I guess that's his Rinnegan. What's his Sharingan? Amaterasu and Flame
Yeah.
Control. What are you gonna use that for?
I don't know.
What are you gonna make fires that can't be extinguished for? You're just a villain.
No.
How is that useful in real life, Eduardo?
I don't need to always use it. I can just be like,
Why haven't
I'll be like,
they?
at the moment, I'll be like, oh, you're approaching me. Bring.
So you can kill them.
Okay.
that is what happened.
That is what happened.
You're right. That does sound kind of bad, now does it? Actually, no. I think I said Kakashi's or Obito's, I guess.
I'd go with Shisui's.
I don't know what Shishui's
I would
was.
have gone Shisui too, probably.
Which one was that?
Either
Speed
Shisui
beams?
or if I wanted to mess people up, Itachi. If I just wanted to be a menace to society.
What did Shishui's do?
Shisu had a Kota Matsukami, right?
You have perfect control over people.
Oh, okay.
And
Basically what it
Itachi's the
is.
Tsukiyomi.
Yeah, where you can like relive an entire like
It's
century in
what
like a
he put
picosecond.
Kakashi in, and he was like,
Yeah, like the worst form of torture a man can endure. So you're taking Obito,
Yeah.
and I had
okay.
Aizen's, of course.
Yeah, and Jose was like fruit.
So yeah,
Fruit.
there's a version of Jose. Long way of getting around it.
Yeah.
Glink,
Another
glink.
version.
Gling,
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 Jose.
Jose. And then
Probably your strongest one. You don't have very much
Let's
contenders.
go.
and then Obito Eduardo.
Obito Eduardo. is one of
Sharingan
them,
Eduardo,
I
I guess.
guess. Well, I guess you'd be more like End of War Kakashi because you had both of them.
Mm.
And then you have Aizen Gabe, Professor X Gabe, Batman Gabe. I don't even know what to call JOWP X Gabe. He was
Villain
cracked.
Gabe.
Quite literally, probably the most OP
Mad
Gabe.
scientist Gabe.
Mad Scientist Gabe, probably the most overpowered one.
Probably.
Not only did I have the ghoul serum, I had like the intellect of like I don't know
Everything.
everyone,
I guess everyone.
and I had the ability to I had Purple Man's ability where I could just persuade you of anything. Crazy. I think I got that. Do I want to say? I can say it's not that much of a spoiler. I got that ability from because I think at the time when we were talking about that, I had just read Monster, and there's someone in Monster. It's not ability. He's just good at talking to people, and he can convince
Charismatic.
them to do things.
So he's a lawyer.
He's a charismatic man. Just
I
charisma.
guess, yeah.
Charisma.
He was just very good at convincing people to do things that they wouldn't want to do. So he just made people kill themselves effectively. And I was like, that's cool. If that was an ability that's broken.
Oh, we saw that in Invaded.
I don't. You keep saying that, but I don't remember that. I just think of more of like Purple Man.
All right, fine. Think of it as Purple Man. I'll think of it
I
as an
will.
Invaded.
Fake.
What else happened? Because there's just
What
multi.
happened?
It's so funny. I always love just, especially when it's like off the dome when we get these hypotheticals.
Yeah. I mean, that's usually how they always work.
Those are always the best.
There was no other way we
We
can
get-
get them, Eduardo.
They're the perfect. We always get the perfect mixture of salty Jose.
True.
Sometimes I'll get something smart, and then it will just be amazing. Like the Shadow Clone thing that got us all hype in the car.
True. And got Jose mad.
It's mad.
I think we did add on. I think we added on Prime when we were talking about it at Roadhouse, and Eddie started asking questions about it.
Yeah, and I think Devin was there too.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, it was Eddie. Yeah, because Eddie did ask a lot of questions. Weird.
That's what helped us expand on the universe,
The lore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lore. Yeah.
Another thing I can talk about since we have time. So I read Fire Force recently. I finished it.
Jeez.
And the stuff that happens in Fire Force like later in is kind of crazy, honestly. Like,
Oh really?
I don't know, the very like turn Fire Force took is so weird to me because it just starts off, everyone's like, you know, fire powers, fighting, whatnot. So eventually season 2 you get to show the guy who can like stop time, and like they kind of explain it in a way I'm like, I can believe it, I guess. You know, in Fire Force everyone's supposed to be fire-based abilities, whatnot. There's the guy who makes ice somehow, which I still don't know the explanation they gave for why he made ice.
It's
Cold
it's with his
fire.
it's with his bell. Something about his bell, it reverses like what fire does, so basically it cools. And I was like, okay, I guess,
Yeah.
sure, fine. Fire's involved somehow.
Somehow, yeah. And then the stopping time, they kind of tried to explain it with fire, so I'm like, I guess I can sort of believe it, maybe, but sure. And then later on, I don't know if he's in the anime or not. I don't remember ever seeing him, but there's a guy later who can just control gravity. And they didn't even try to explain how it's related to fire at all. He just manipulates gravity. And I'm like, okay, so we're just accepting this guy exists now. All right. And then there's this guy who's later in the series who's just like Broly, basically. And I was like, all right, what's your ability? He has no ability. He's just strong. Very strong. I was like, all right.
I know one manga spoiler.
There's like a quote I saw from someone in the comment section. This is so true. Let me see if I can pull it up.
I know one manga spoiler, and it's been making me want to like read
Fire
the manga.
Force?
Yeah, Fire Force manga, and it
Yeah.
involves Shinra.
His final form.
Sheena, or are you talking about Arthur?
No, Shinra.
His final form.
No, not his final.
So this guy's like,
No,
I just
no, no.
I just saw a guy. I don't want to say that. That's kind of a spoiler. But I saw some people fighting in space. Is what he's saying. I saw an insect insert himself into a kid. A guy flexing his muscles to stop becoming a demon. But then this chapter just got me crazy. There's another chapter. For some reason, they're talking about sex appeal, and they take it entirely seriously. Like, they take themselves completely seriously when they're talking about this topic. But while sex appeal is important to the world, that was another crazy chapter. I was like,
What?
all right, what are we doing here?
What was this needed for?
But then there's one thing. I'm really excited to see this get animated because this fight's pretty lit. It's between, I don't want to say who it's between, but it's between two people. And this fight gets crazy. When David Production gets their hands on this, it's going to be pretty amazing. Because they're fighting, first they start by fighting on Earth. They're fighting on Earth, and dude's like, this Earth too weak for us. We gotta get out of here. And other guy's like, I guess. So he grabs him, flies him into space. They start fighting in space. He's like, for sure. Knocks him into the moon. He's like, all right, let's fight on the moon. He's like, okay, let's go. They start fighting on the moon for a little bit. And another guy's like, wait a minute. I'm human. I can't breathe. That's literally what happens. They fight for a little bit, and then he goes, oh, wait, I'm human.
That's the spoiler I know about.
Yeah, I can't breathe. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Nice.
He's like, psych, grabs something, puts it on. He's like, now I can breathe. I'm like, okay.
I guess.
So now they're having this like Dragon Ball fight on the moon. Like, dude, what is going on here? And then he like knocks them off the moon. Now they're flying through space, destroying stars, destroying planets. I'm like, what is going on?
I'm excited.
This is not Fire Force.
I'm so excited, yeah.
They're like casually no diffing destroying stars. I'm like, what is going on here?
I know, because
this
like
is not the manga I saw.
I always hear about their fights are always going crazy.
Was kind of
Which
crazy.
is true. Like from the end, when I was watching the anime, the fights were amazing. I always
Yeah.
enjoyed watching the fights.
And then Gravity Dude apparently is cracked too. He does something crazy. I don't want to say too much because it is spoiler, but I'll tell you after because I know you don't care about Fire Force.
Yeah.
But he does something crazy, and then dude's like, reverses it.
Speaking of reading manga, I straight up have like lost interest in Bleach right now because it's so slow.
Bro.
Because it's
The Substitute Shinigami arc is very. I don't want to say it's bad because it's not bad, but it's slow.
I have like I think it's like 40 more chapters until like
Soul Society.
yeah, until Soul Society.
Just push through.
Because it's like Soul Society starts at like 78.
Yeah.
And I'm at 36.
That's what I did when I was reading Bleach. I pushed through the substitute Shinigami. I didn't think it was horrible, but I just like it's slow. I'll
Yeah.
just get through it because I know Soul Society is good because I watched the anime when I was younger. I knew it was good. I'm like, I'm gonna get to that and I'm gonna know I'm Liddy. And after the Soul Society, Arankar, I love the Arankar arc too. So I'm like, I know I'm eating after this. Just get past it and then you're fine.
Yeah.
You're gonna watch the anime, you said, right?
Yeah, after sub arc, I was gonna watch Soul Society from there.
So just knock it out then and watch it from there. Make sure you skip filler, I guess.
Of course, filler.
In the manga?
No, I'm gonna watch it.
You're watching it?
I'm gonna watch it after I finish this arc.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically that was it. What are you reading, Jose?
Hey, you are reading something.
Didn't you like reread One Piece because you were bored?
Reread One Piece
Yeah,
because I'm bored.
Yeah. I don't know what you're reading.
That's a Jose thing to do.
Yeah.
That is something I would.
I know you're rewatching Hajime no Ippo, so I was like, oh.
I watched 2 episodes.
Well, how would I know
call
that?
it a rewatch.
You just said you were rewatching it.
You did. That's exactly what you said, Jose.
I said I was watching it.
You said rewatching.
No.
You did.
If I know you've seen it before though, so
True.
you going, I was watching it. I just assume you were rewatching it.
I guess. Nah. I haven't been reading much. I'm supposed to be reading Berserk.
Finally.
What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
I'm still on the same chapter I was in before.
It's one,
Which is one.
No.
2.1 or something like. It's like the
Black Swordsman. You're still in Black Swordsman, right?
0.04.
Yeah, obviously. He's barely in it. And it's the same thing with the word on substitution Shinigami. Just get past.
You gotta
it,
get
except I would
past
say the Black
Black
Swordsman way better, but
You gotta get
still.
past Black Swordsman.
I
Yeah.
think the only thing is that it's like that one chapter is like 100 pages, and I'm just like,
Yeah, the Black Swordsman have some long pages.
Yeah.
Long chapters.
it's just daunting.
Because
I'm
the way what you told me right now with Bleach is what I'm gonna have to tell you right now. You gotta push through. Once you get to Golden Age,
I wouldn't really say they're the same though, because I don't think Black Swordsman is that bad.
It's not.
I mean, compared to like,
substitute Shinigami,
It's not the content.
I don't want to say they're both bad because like it sounds. I like. Both
I'm not saying they're bad either. They're just the
bad.
both slow beginnings.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
I don't think Black Swordsman's not slow.
No, it's just
You
like the
don't think so?
girth of
It's
the
just-
chapter.
Yeah, and it's also like it's filler but not filler because there's no story progression happening in Black Swordsman. It's
Yeah.
just straight up they want you to be interested in Guts and think he's cool, which is
pretty
the
cool.
goal of Black Swordsman. Whereas Substitute Shinigami is actually building the world and building characters, so it's kind of important. So it's different in that regard.
Yeah, I remember I was reading Black Swordsman. I was like, nice, can't wait to get back to this. After Golden Age, I was like, well,
Golden Age is different.
Golden Age is amazing, dude. There's days.
Wait till
There's,
Jose finishes Berserk and we can talk about
there's
Berserk.
days where I'm just like, dude, I wouldn't
Get
mind.
Tyler on the episode.
There's
About to
da-
pop
yeah.
off.
There's days where I'm like, I wouldn't mind rereading Golden Age. Golden Age was amazing.
I got it on the bookshelf.
Is that what it is? Is that the volume you have?
I might have like a lot of them. I think I have all of them up until the conviction arc. Conviction.
Damn, Tower of Convention.
Conviction.
Conviction. Yeah.
For me, I read Fire Force, but that was only, I don't know why. For some reason, I was just like, I can knock out Fire Force because it's a shonen and it has I think the shonens with like the Tokyo Revengers or Fairy Tail, like those cartoony styles.
Yeah.
For some reason, those are just easier to knock out.
Makes
So I saw Fire Force. I'm like, I can knock this out, and I did. I read it in like 2 days. I'm like, easy
Yeah.
money. I can finish that.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty easy read, honestly.
It's 300 chapters.
Yeah,
But they're
It's easy read.
shonen. They're shonen
Yeah.
chapters. They're short, mostly action.
Yeah, I think one chapter was even like 10 pages, and I was like, for sure. And then one chapter was a repeat of chapter 1. I was like, cool, skip it. I don't know why they
I
did
don't know
that.
why that happens sometimes. I don't know if it's what I used to read manga or that's just actually. I'm sure that's not at all what
No.
actually happens, but I don't know why sometimes there'll be like repeats of chapters.
Yeah,
And I'm
Well,
like,
before-
oh snap, this is a backstory. I'll read it, and I'm like, this was useless.
you ever like read a manga sometimes there's like a point chapter, but it's just like extra, and you're like, I'm invested in the story right now. I'll come back to you later.
Nope.
Really?
Yeah.
You always read them, or you just skip them?
No, sometimes I'll skip them. Depends if I'm interested in what the point chapter is.
Because sometimes I'll be reading a point chapter like I'll be reading a story and it has point chapters that are like they're side stories, so they're still canon, I guess,
Yeah.
but they're not relating to what you just read before. So I'm like, I can come back to you later. I don't have to read you now. I'll read you a little bit. I'll be like, is it interesting enough? Nah, okay, we'll come back.
Yeah.
Because I want to read when I'm like the main story.
Yeah.
I guess we read manga differently. Like you read it like very like bite by bite, where most of the time I want to finish it as fast as I can.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I have all the knowledge in my head, because I think if I space it out too much, I'll forget too much, which is why I try and consume it in like a quick amount of time.
The way I do it, yeah, bye. I'll like binge a bunch, like, because that's what I did with Berserk. I like binged a bunch of chapters, At first,
Berserk is an outlier, but like binge a bunch in Eduardo's mind is 10 chapters. Not really.
Well, yeah,
no
that's
one
a
would
lot.
consider that a bunch.
That's
No
not
one
a
really
lot of
considers
chapters.
that. No one considers 10 chapters
young
a
me
lot.
who like is
No.
an anti-read. That's
no,
a lot of chapters.
No one thinks that, Eduardo.
Mr. Anti-read me does not believe in reading. That's a lot.
10 chapters of mostly pictures manga is not a lot.
I'm like,
Eduardo.
well, that was enough reading for today. I'll
I'd say
put my
like
phone
40,
down.
50 is a lot.
I'll put my phone
It
down,
is,
and I'm
yeah.
like, we've done enough for a couple of days.
Even if you said like you read maybe 40 or 50 chapters a week, I'd be like, okay, I guess that could be a lot, because that's like, say you read on a school week, you read 10 chapters a day. It's pretty good, I guess.
Yeah.
But you reading 10 chapters a week isn't a lot. I'm not
Yeah,
saying you're
it is.
binging anything.
That's like that's like more.
That's
a little more than
normal
a chapter a
pacing.
day.
Bites.
Yeah, it's almost a chapter a day. No one's calling that insane.
Yeah, bite.
No.
Big bites, if you will.
Those are small bites.
Nibbles. I
bites.
think they're called nibbles.
Minuscule. Oh, before I was reading Fire Force, I was reading Soul Leveling, which I'm going to get back to now since I finished Fire Force. Soul Leveling fights are really good. I enjoy it. That's pretty much it about Soul Leveling.
Let's go.
I don't think the story's like revolutionary or
Is
anything.
it's just
it's
basic,
whatever.
like, guy weak gets good.
Yeah, basically. And then they stole,
Acquired
they ripped
drips.
off a lot from
No.
Hunter x Hunter. Yes,
No.
they did. Jose.
Why?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
If
What are they doing?
I want you to read Soul Leveling, Eduardo, because not only is it an easy read, it's colored and
Yeah.
it's a
manga.
manhwa, so it's
Manhwa.
easy. But just read it. They ripping off
No.
Hunter x Hunter. Yes, they are, Jose. Yes,
No.
they are.
It was one thing.
No, it's not. It's a lot of
It
things.
was one thing.
They're like, how much can we take from Hunter x Hunter without them noticing? Me sitting here an intellectual, I understand that.
It's one thing.
It's not one
Like
thing,
what?
Jose. It's
The
multiple
power
things.
system? Or
No. Just read it. You'll know.
what?
There's a lot of things.
According to Jose, they're getting an anime soon.
No, they're not.
Jose wouldn't
It'd be
lie.
on
cool if they
it.
got one.
Yeah.
I think that would be really amazing to watch, especially if it's like someone like David or Bones, someone who like good at making fight animes. I'd love to see
It'd be
that.
lady.
It'd be litty.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
No, I'm about to. I finished Fire Force first, but I'm gonna go back and finish it.
What chapter are you on Solo?
130 something. I'm like 50
pretty
chapters
close.
away. Yeah,
Hmm.
pretty close.
Oh, it's only that much, 200-ish chapters?
Yeah, it's
I thought it was
179.
longer.
Is that where he goes back for the rematch?
180. What rematch? Bruh, now I know there's a loss and then a rematch arc. I didn't know all that. Great.
Within the 50 chapters that he hasn't read, amazing.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he does.
Oh, okay. okay.
How long are manhwa chapters?
Like, I didn't want to say anything because like, if
How
I
long are
s-
manhwa chapters?
It
Just normal?
depends. Most of Soul Leveling is 40 pages.
But like you're scrolling.
once you get into,
Yeah, because I know like
I don't want to say the name of the arc, but Jose knows. Once you get
the
into
cousin arc.
no,
into the
I can.
arc.
Can I say it?
I don't know.
Or is it a spoiler? I don't think it's a
No.
spoiler. I can say it.
Is it a spoiler?
Once you get to the Chimera Ant arc,
Alright, buddy.
that's actually what it is.
So that's what they ripped off of Hunter x Hunter.
That's part of what they
Okay,
ripped
buddy.
off. There's still more.
Yeah, of course.
So once you get to the Chimera arc of Solo Leveling, those are like 100-page plus.
Yeah, because I know like I'll be looking over Jose's shoulder while he's reading. It's like one speech bubble per page while he's scrolling.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that's easy.
It goes really
It is,
fast.
yeah. For 100-page chapters, they don't feel that much because there's a lot of action going on.
Yeah.
It's a fight-centric
And there's a
manga.
good amount of blank space too.
True. I don't know why they do that.
I don't know either. I don't know.
It's just like, I literally saw like a point where I scrolled like past 2 pages of just black. I'm like, what did this give me? This gave me
they
nothing.
gave me powers being made.
I don't know.
So
But
you
yeah, I
did,
really,
so you did go back for the rematch.
yeah.
Okay. You looked at me. I didn't want to say anything else because it would have been a spoiler.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say.
Soul Leveling would be really fun to see as an anime. Though.
I do hear that a lot of people enjoy manhwas because they're always colored and whatnot, and
Yeah, the
people
art's
say that the
usually really
stories are
good.
always like amazing.
For some reason, just like these Eastern, or is that Eastern or Western? Or
Eastern?
Western. Eastern, yeah. The
Eastern,
Eastern, like
Eastern, yeah.
Korea, China, and Japan.
Yeah.
They got that like that storytelling thing they got with their like what do they call it, like related to their mythos and stuff, where they like talk about
Mythos,
like
yeah.
Buddhist stuff and
Yeah.
when they talk about that stuff, they just got it on lock. That's something Americans can't do. We don't have good mythos like
We don't
that.
have
They can't be
anything
like,
that.
Yeah, we have
Jesus.
nothing. We have like Slender Man, I guess.
That's it's not
That's
even
like
good.
Slender Man, Yeti, Bigfoot.
And the thing is,
we don't really have anything cool.
We never do it right.
Yeah, it's
Like,
always stupid.
It's always over the top, and it's like you know how like American movies are. They're always like, man. I remember I saw this essay. It was like
An essay.
yeah, it was a video essay, and it was
Oh, I thought you said from the Mexican.
it was a video essay on how to do like a monster, and it was just to not show the monster. And most movies they always show the monster, so that kind of like takes away the scare aspect of it.
I think that's dependent. Sometimes showing you the monster doesn't scare. Or are they referencing like Alien?
Kinda. Then they start referencing like a Quiet Place. Because like
they show the monster in Quiet Place.
That's the thing. It was like they enjoyed it when they weren't, where the mystery of the monster was still a mystery, and you didn't know what it looked like because it could be anything. So they were saying like the worst, the monster being scary it would be up to you because you don't know what it looks like, so it could look crazy.
I don't know. A lot of people thought Cloverfield was scary. We saw what the monster looks like in Cloverfield.
This guy was just saying like it would be like how he.
I think it's just his opinion.
It's a video essay. It's opinion.
Yeah, I know, bro.
But I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, I do enjoy that. Where the monster not being shown is more scary sometimes than when it is.
Some reason I don't know. Like we don't have good mythos like they do.
We just do it wrong. We do have good ones.
We don't. What mythos do we have that's good?
We got
what like because you think about they have like the Buddhist stuff. Those things are so interesting. Like the chakra natures and all that, and like their 9-tailed fox. I don't know what that comes from. I think that's
Japan.
Yeah. I think it's Japanese.
Yeah, it's a Japanese thing.
I think it's also Chinese though. They have their own version of it. I remember. So
Maybe?
I think they're different. That's why I think it's based on something else. Because I know China definitely has a 9-tailed fox as well.
Yeah.
So I think it's based on something more broad than just Japan.
Yeah. Because I know China has their monkey, Sun Wukong. And that influenced a bunch in
that
Asia.
was Buddhism, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're just talking. We don't know anything. I don't know. Maybe. We gotta preface maybe.
We don't know.
Not sure.
We don't know what we're talking about. We're just going off of what I've heard
somewhere in a video.
I remember Sun Wukong was a Chinese thing, and the Japanese were like, "I fucks with this Goku."
Yeah.
I mean, we got Greek.
Okay, I think.
Do we?
No, Greek's not us.
That's
Greek
not
is
us.
Greece.
Yeah.
What the hell is us then?
Greek is Greece, Jose.
What is us then?
We have
Norse is Norway. We don't have any though like God things you're thinking. We don't have Thor. We don't
need
have
some deities, dude.
We have Jesus. That's our mythos, I guess.
That don't count.
He's not even from America. He's like what?
I guess
that's
Egyptian?
Jerusalem times, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Nezarath, right?
who is that?
The Tesseract?
No, that's
What
where
about the
Jesus is
Tesseract?
from.
Oh.
Nezarath?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
Maybe
Jesus of
It is from
Nazareth?
Jerusalem.
It was Jerusalem. He's from Jerusalem.
This is Nezarath. I've never even heard of this.
Me
It sounds
neither.
like something from Raven. She's like Azarath and she was
Like maybe a good Yeti horror movie could be
I don't
made.
think we could have a good Yeti.
Yes, we
horror
could.
movie.
It would be like
Yeti's not interesting like Buddhism is. Buddhism is
Okay.
like philosophical. Like we don't have any
philosophical.
philosophical.
Okay, that's what you mean. I
mythos.
thought you meant like just like.
Ours are just basic
It's
creatures.
Nazareth.
Is that where he's from? Or
Jesus
did you
of
just search up
Nazareth.
how to spell it?
Although technically dinosaurs aren't us. I'll give us dinosaurs because we made Jurassic Park. So I'll give us that.
Well, we need some kind of like deity creature, some kind of overwhelming force to base
We have
ideas off
Harambe.
of.
I'm sure we have one. I just can't think of. I
You
know
said
obviously-
Harambe?
Yeah, we got Harambe.
I think we do have
We have
like
Cloverfield.
That doesn't count.
That's an American monster.
I guess yeah. Godzilla's Japanese too.
Yeah,
We have
no,
we need-
Godzilla's
King Kong, though.
Japanese.
We need like a Jesus, but in monster.
We have
form.
King Kong.
I know.
No, he don't.
King
not
Kong's
big-
cool.
it's
Yeah,
not-
he's American.
Was he an American? I thought he was.
He's not big enough.
What?
He's pretty big.
He's huge. What are
Not
you
in
on
terms of
about?
size, but in terms
Where's
of
Cthulhu from?
English. I think the Brits have him.
Because if the Brits have him, that's by extension us. Because
By
we came.
extension.
Yeah, we came from them. That's fair to give it to us. That's fair.
I think H.P. Lovecraft was British. Ireland, maybe.
Cthulhu's is his own mythos.
Yeah, but he's from H.P. Lovecraft, so we
Yeah.
gotta see where H.P. Lovecraft would like made his name.
Russia.
Rhode Island, let's go. We get
Let's
H.P.
get it.
Lovecraft.
Let's get it. We got.
Let's go.
We got the
HP's
Cthulhu mythos.
we got cosmic
HP's
deities.
carrying, but we don't get any good like Cthulhu stuff
No, we
except for
don't.
what he wrote.
We don't even get any kind of media, any movies.
Yeah, really nothing. I guess the best thing we have are comics. Like the actual like DC and Marvel is the best thing we have, but I don't really consider that mythos. And a lot of times the mythos in DC and Marvel steal from other cultures like Thor and Hercules.
Yeah, we got nothing.
No, we got Cthulhu. I'm gonna hang my head on America's got Cthulhu.
I guess we got Cthulhu.
Hey, Jose, you remember Bungo Stray was your favorite anime? What other authors did we have in America?
We got
Steinbeck, Grapes of Wrath.
we got Edgar Allan Poe, right?
True.
Yeah, okay.
Edgar Allan Poe, let's
Right,
go.
okay.
Stephen King.
Right. Okay.
Don't forget. What are the authors we have, Eduardo?
Oh, that's all I know. Stephen King.
J.K. Rowling from-
We got J.K. Rowling.
We get J.K.
No,
Rowling.
she's
I don't want
she's
her.
from Britain.
Actually.
She's
I don't
from
want her.
Britain.
Even if she was, I don't want
She's
her.
British.
I don't want her. She changes her mind too much.
Yeah.
If you guys heard that slap, that was Eduardo slapping his cheeks.
No, you didn't. That was just you hitting my arm so hard.
Sure, Jose.
Jose,
Didn't he not just get up out of his chair, pull his pants down, and slap his cheeks?
I know what you're about to do, Jose. Just shut up. I know you're about to disagree with him.
I'm about to tell the truth.
Yeah, whatever. Shut up.
Tell the truth, Jose.
Shut up.
Let the
I already
podcast
know what you're about to say.
I can hear your belt buckling. From
I don't even
pulling
have a
it
belt.
back up.
I'm not
You
wearing a
always wear
belt.
Now we're lying, Eduardo. You're really relying on the fact that we don't have cameras to tell that lie?
I'm not wearing a belt today.
He relies on the fact that we don't have cameras so much to just straight up lie. He'd be like, I'm not even wearing a shirt right now. He obviously is.
You are.
I never said I wasn't wearing a shirt.
You would have if I didn't bring it up.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would have. And now you're being a tsundere again. Always want to argue.
Stephen King.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Stephen King.
See, back in your seat.
Whatever. Stephen King.
Learn.
Shut up.
Stephen King, H.P. Lovecraft, Steinbeck.
We don't have
Edgar
J.K.
Allan Poe.
Rowling.
Women, I
didn't
think we
want her.
would get her, but I don't want her.
No, we
Is
wouldn't.
J.R.R. Tolkien, is he British?
Pretty sure.
I know it's probably butchered his name.
J.R.R. Tolkien.
George R.R. Martin, I know is from
Martin.
us. He's the Game of Thrones
Oh,
guy.
we got Mark Twain.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't know, Mark Twain. He made this yarn ball, I guess.
Let's go.
Now we're just naming authors. We're not even authors. We're not even like giving mythos.
We got.
You don't
Is
have
King
mythos, dude.
Is King
got-
Arthur from Britain too?
Yes.
Man, Britain's got some good lore too.
Yeah. We got.
Dragons, I think, probably came from Britain as well. Then
They did.
that's insane. We don't get anything cool.
We have Isaac Newton.
He's not mythos. He's a real person.
So far as we know, we don't have legitimate proof.
I think Marvel, DC, and Cthulhu are our best creations. I think that's what America's got to hang our hat on.
That's not even like.
yeah,
I mean,
that's,
Batman. How many people in the world know who Batman
that's
is?
like a snail.
And
in
Batman,
this horse race.
Spider-Man, and Superman. Everyone knows those guys.
Yeah, that's a dog in this horse race.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, it's like, all right, Britain's got dragons and King Arthur. We got Batman. Batman
Who's
with prep
better?
time. Batman with prep time might beat King Arthur and Dragon. Greece, what they got? Zeus. Wait, is that wrong?
No, they have. Yeah, that's
yeah, they have
true.
Zeus. Okay, yeah. You guys get Zeus. Batman with prep time might.
I don't know about that.
Hey, we got Kratos though.
The God Slayer.
Yeah, we
have Doom guy.
Now we're just taking video games.
Yeah. I mean,
All right,
Kratos isn't
Skyrim guy.
I guess we have
What,
Dovahkiin.
Dragonborn.
Dovahkiin, I think is what they call him.
Okay.
Wait, that's the name of a shout. Never mind.
Yeah, he's
Right,
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn. Wait,
Yeah.
sorry.
The video game guys we got.
We got. That's Japanese. Never
Even
mind.
now that I think about it, some of these game developers might not even be American actually, so we might just be
Bro.
claiming it, but it's not actually us. You know, America has a bunch of immigrants, so
Yeah, I know.
it could just be someone else.
What other?
Ratchet.
What,
Again, blank.
Ratchet does not scale that high. We can't put him in like the
No,
arena.
but Kratos will kill Zeus, so we win that battle. And we got Japan. Who they got? Goku. Okay.
Goku's pretty strong.
We got Batman.
We got Superman. What you talking about, Jose?
I think Batman with prep time might just beat Goku.
I don't.
I did see this video on TikTok where the guy said Sakura beats Goku because Goku's afraid of needles, and Sakura would somehow know that and use needles against him.
Goku's afraid of needles?
Not really. He's just, it's
What?
like gag for the show. Where he's
Oh,
like, I
okay.
don't want to get a shot. It's a gag. He's not going to like, in a full on fight, you whip out a needle, be like, oh my God. Like Superman with kryptonite. Oh, what happened?
What?
Okay, we're good.
What else do we have? Japanese, they have Godzilla, and we have
Guts.
me.
Unfortunate. They have Berserk, and that's tough to beat.
But we have
What work of fiction do we have that competes?
we have me. What are you on
Honestly,
about?
Your fiction?
Yeah, we got all
Oh,
variations.
I guess we
of
have
me.
all my stories.
True.
I tell. True. The game
We have-
you're putting that up against Berserk.
Hey,
you haven't
man.
read Berserk, Jose. You don't
Yeah,
know.
you don't know what's going on.
I've heard about it, dude.
What have you heard?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, think about this. He's heard more of my stories than he's read of Berserk.
True.
So in Jose's mind, he thinks I'm better.
I don't know about that.
That's what.
What
it
do you know of
works.
Berserk?
Huh?
What do you know of?
I know Guts.
Okay,
Okay.
you know the main
I
character.
know the fairy.
What's his
What's
name?
the fairy's name?
I don't know.
So
All right, so you
the
don't
fairy.
know
Take
him?
it away.
Is
Take
it
it
like
away.
Pebble?
Nope.
Nope. Take it away. You don't know his
Pebble?
name. You don't know his name. You don't get the point. Don't go look it up. Don't look it up.
All right, who do you have?
So who else do you have?
Hey yo,
That's who else.
get off your phone.
Actually, he's in Black Sword. That's the only two characters he does know.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even know one of their names.
You're 50. Oh my god.
You had two characters' names to remember, and you didn't remember the second one.
How do you
Okay.
not know his name?
He said it once.
They've said his name.
No,
more
he's
than
been
once.
said more than once.
He said it
Because
once.
he's always like, stop bothering me,
Even
and then he
still,
says
he
his
said
name.
it once. There's only two names in the story at that point, Jose. You only have two names to remember.
Okay. That's not the point here.
All right. What else do you know of Berserk?
That's probably all he knows.
No, obviously
He knows
me.
there is a golden age. He knows there's an eclipse. Because he's heard us talk about it. That's
True.
probably it. He's just looking stuff up.
Yeah, he doesn't even know who Femto is yet.
You didn't even know who Femto was, and you read it.
Because you're right. Because I didn't
I had
know
to
that.
tell you.
Because I didn't know. Because when I was reading it, they never changed the name.
That's crazy.
They just went the chosen one.
Now you're trying to spoil stuff, Eduardo.
No,
Stop,
I'm not.
stop talking.
They went.
No, yeah, we don't really have anything.
We have Godzilla Eduardo.
No, no one.
We have
has to claim
Jesus
that. That's
Eduardo.
not-
Since when is that
it's
a
not
thing?
real. You're just saying it doesn't make it true. You're really trying to speak this into existence, Eduardo.
No, it's just
Maybe one day the what if will come up where you do scale to Godzilla, but unfortunately that what if hasn't happened
that
yet.
it did happen.
No,
it,
it
was
didn't, Eduardo.
5
No, it
episodes
didn't.
ago.
Never happened. You wanted it to happen.
No,
but
it did happen. What are you on
unfortunate.
about?
No, unfortunate for you, we're not giving that to you. It has to be a majority rule. We have to agree it happens.
What? All right.
Otherwise, Jose can just go in there saying like my embryos there twitching. That's the reason we vetoed him. We have democracy in
But
this building.
I gave
No,
reasons on
the
why.
JOWP podcast works on democracy,
Let's go.
I gave reasons though. I was
and
like,
no
oh.
one liked your reasons,
Oh.
so it doesn't matter.
Oh my God.
Your reasons were I'm good. That's not a reason.
Yeah, makes sense.
Basically, your reason was like big PP energy.
Yeah.
No.
No, we're not buying that.
All right. I guess yeah. America's screwed. We got nothing.
In terms of storytelling.
I mean,
George Washington.
I don't know.
What?
To say we have no storytelling is kind of like wrong, but
But we don't,
I
got,
think
we
it's
don't, we
just
don't
like,
have as
I think
much.
mythos is what I'm getting at.
Mythos.
Our storytelling is good. It's our mythos that are like lacking in comparison to other people, especially with deity figures.
Yeah.
We only have really Cthulhu, at least that I know of. I'm sure we probably have more. Like I think Pastafarian is American made.
That's a religion.
Yeah, deity figure.
I guess.
That's where deities come from. Religion.
I guess.
We can move on to another topic then. I don't know what to talk about. I want to talk about something else before we end it.
I'm hungry.
Hey, we want to talk about how hungry you are, Eduardo?
Yeah.
All right, go off. Talk about how hungry you
Yeah, I'm
are.
pretty
I'm
hungry too.
hungry.
I'm
All I
pretty
had
hungry too. I could eat.
All I had today to eat was a cookie.
Yeah, I did see.
What,
I
yo?
did see something. It was like somehow. Let me see if I remember. It was about girls. You were talking about women, I should say, not girls. Women talking about men, and they're like, because a guy was like saying, he doesn't like that women will just talk about like their sexual relations with their boyfriend to their other like girlfriends, like very openly, talk about it all the time, but, like
Okay.
like his inches and like his stroke game, basically like the whole nine.
Yeah.
And then the girls in the comments were like, yeah, you guys do the same thing, don't act different. And I'm like, we really don't though.
Don't.
Like, and someone in the comment had like a perfect like example of what we do. There's a line that guys usually draw for the most part. Obviously there's gonna be outliers, but for the most part, the line is sneaky links, free game. You say whatever you want because we don't care.
Yeah.
Girlfriend, we're pretty much no.
Yeah,
Like we'll say bare bones, maybe like, oh, she's cool or something,
Yeah.
but not a lot. Wife, nothing. You don't say anything.
Don't
about your
touch wife. Like,
you don't. There is nothing you
wife
say
is
about
like
the wife.
No game.
Yeah,
no
that's
ball.
no touch game. You don't mention.
Like, yo, my wife. Shut up. Don't care. The second you said my wife, I was like, all right, cool. You're doing wife. She does wife things.
Well, I think for the most part, guys don't even want to talk about their wife. Like, I don't see anyone's like, yo, my wife was throwing it back last night. They don't say that.
Like, that's weird.
Yeah, like no one says it about their wife.
like,
they said it about sneaky links
we're like
and like hoes on the streets.
Right now we're talking about the FNAF lore. Like, why you gotta bring your
Yeah.
wife in for now? That's another thing.
Why'd you come in here talking about how she was twerking?
That's another thing. They're always like, oh my, you ever see like how girls are like, man, guys group chats are like, dude, she was throwing it back.
Nothing like that.
Yeah, our group chats are, bro, I'm hungry. Okay, who asked?
or recently we're talking about milk. We've been on this conversation of milk for the past 3
great
days.
milk debate for like a week.
Yeah, it's like, you drink milk based. I'm like, yeah, you're weird. Why am I weird? Who does that?
Like,
I do.
Like milk's bad for you. No, it's not.
Okay, why am I bone strong then? Pussy.
It's like a one-sided word though, because you guys all are like, we like milk. It's only artist is the only one who against you guys. Unless Xenon also.
Ashley.
I think. Ash is also against us.
So the women are against
You
us.
said Xenon. I thought
It's men versus women.
Bro.
I think Xenon was also against us though. Xenon's weird though. Xenon always has weird takes.
I think
Especially when it comes to food.
Xenon's
Xenon just is straight miss when it comes to food.
Yeah.
You gotta check out Tyler's stream on the tier list. Just listen to Xenon's food takes. They're horrible. He's a walking L. I mean, he did change his name to, was he L-less or something?
Yeah,
Like
walking L.
Walking L, yeah, because he is. At least he knows.
Oh no, I don't want to be here like women be thinking us men do this. Cause I'm like, I'm sure there is men out there who's like, dude, this girl was like giving me that stroke game, and I was like, wait.
But like I said, most of the time when they do say that, it's about women who are not our girlfriend. It's just about a random hookup we had, which is completely different. But even still, a lot of people, Devin's not coming in here talking about his sneaky links to us all the time unless you like ask about it. It's not gonna be like, this girl was throwing it back crazy on me when we're just like eating chicken or something.
Yeah. Like, bro.
That chicken reminds me how my, like, he's not gonna say
Like,
that.
honestly, I only told Devin about what happened on like the fucking Discord, and then he's like, yo, tell them about it. I was like, I guess, sure, this is what happened.
It wasn't even that crazy, honestly.
And it wasn't. I guess it's only crazy because
No, Devin hyped it up like.
I guess it's only crazy because I did it.
I don't know. Devin hyped it up like it was gonna be like the most crazy story I ever heard, and I was like, I tell it where to pop off, and I was like, this is mundane.
Yeah,
Devin.
this is mid.
The mid story. Did you ever tell Jose? I don't think Jose cares.
I don't think he cares.
Yeah, no, doesn't matter. It's not even good.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
It's a base
if you do care, if you actually do care about it, I'll tell you later.
I wish you actually do care about me.
Why'd you say it like that?
Like, cause you're like, what happened? I know you don't care.
Curious.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
Are you though?
I'm always curious.
Okay.
It's just how I am.
Anyways, so what do you want to eat? No, I'm not cutting this out.
Bruh.
We're gonna have this conversation of what
Why are we
gonna
talking
eat.
about food?
Because I'm hungry.
What are we gonna eat?
We can eat Cajun.
Cajun.
You always want Cajun. Dude.
Cajun's
You always
good.
want Cajun.
I mean, what do
You
y'all
always
want?
want Cajun.
What do y'all want? I know you don't like.
Let's spin this segment talking about what we're gonna do after we're done recording.
Yeah. I know you don't like
Okay.
Asians food.
No, don't word it like that.
You don't like ramen.
I mean, I do like it. I just don't think it's like something I want to go out of my way and get ramen. I'm not litty for ramen. It's okay.
It is
Like,
okay.
I'll eat it. I'm not sitting there like, let's go soup. I don't understand anyone who gets hyped for soup. It's stupid. I don't want to drink my dinner.
You're not supposed to drink it.
That's what soup is. You drink it. Yes, you
There's
do.
a lot of sodium in it, though. It's unhealthy to drink.
How do you eat soup, Eduardo?
I throw the water out.
No, you
After-
don't.
Yes, I do.
It's not soup then.
I finish the soup, right? And then if I have any more water in there, I
You
just
finish
throw it
the
out.
soup, so you drink it.
Okay, if I finish all the things I have to chew in
So
it.
you're not eating soup then. You're eating whatever's in the soup. What's in the soup? What soup are you eating? Chicken? So you're eating chicken.
I didn't say anything. You just said chicken. there'll be carrots, zucchini.
So you're eating vegetables.
Is it a stew? I guess. No, not a stew. It's a soup.
If you're not drinking the broth and you're not eating a soup, then you're just eating what's in the soup.
Yeah, but I'll get while I'm putting the spoon in there, I'll get bits of the soup and I'll go.
So you're drinking it.
Yeah, but I won't drink all of
Okay,
it.
so
What
you
are we
drink
talking
it.
about?
Soup.
I was just
And
going
why
with this
soup
back and
is
forth.
mid? Because I'm not drinking a dinner. That's stupid. Soup is the worst idea for dinner. Whoever invented soup needs to not do that.
All right, where do you want to go eat then?
Let's see. What do we got?
Dude.
Chick-fil-A is an option, but I don't know about Chick-fil-A.
Nah.
Chick-fil-A is like a lunch thing. It's not a dinner thing. If you guys don't know, it is like midnight. We're recording this. It's pretty late.
We're on crackhead hour.
True. Yeah, let me check.
There's always old reliable
This
over
is
there.
the 23rd of March, midnight, when we're recording this. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Crackhead hours.
I mean,
Actually a crackhead outside right now. You see him?
Oh,
See him? He's running around. He's like, I'm free.
It's the same one from last time.
Yeah. We ignore him though.
True.
Does he live here?
No.
Oh, that's cool. There's always old reliable down over there.
Cajun?
No, not Cajun.
The other
Roadhouse.
Oh, Roadhouse?
Steak, yeah. Or
I don't know,
Panera.
man.
It's on the same.
Ew, no.
You don't like Panera?
It's okay.
It's
Mid-
sandwiches.
Overrated. in
It's
my
just
opinion.
Italian food.
It's not Italian food. It's American.
Sandwiches.
It's like
can
calling
only go
Taco
so
Bell
far.
Mexican food.
It's-
Don't do that.
It is though.
No, it's American. It's
just in
Tex-Mex.
Okay.
Tex-Mex is not Mexican food. It's like calling Panda Express Chinese food. No, don't do that.
True.
Okay.
Dude, Panda Express makes me want to throw up. That place is disgusting.
I know how
Anyone
much
who
Jose
eats
loves
Panda
it.
Express is weird to me. They must be just like a disgusting human being
That doesn't
that doesn't shower or wash their hands.
passes
Brush
out
their
on their
teeth.
bathroom floor.
Harry Potter glasses.
Named Jose.
Maidenless.
Maiden.
No maidens.
No maidens. I don't know.
Yeah, I know we talked about this before, but man, I'm having so much fun playing Elden Ring. It's
Me too.
only thing is with Elden Ring, I just now learned apparently from watching other people play it that there's like quests when you talk to people, you're supposed to like go do that stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm so used to in games when they give me a quest, they like tell you where to go. They don't do that, so I'm like, oh, it's not a quest. He's just telling me.
He's just talking to me.
Yeah, he's just talking. I'm like, whatever, and I move on. So apparently that's why I'm like lower level than what I should be. It's because I talk to them, but I don't do their quests. I just like leave them.
Oh yeah, I do the same. I just recently I started realizing I was like, I should probably do this. This girl was talking to me. She's like, "There's a castle down south. My father is in there." I was like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to her
that's
father.
stupid.
Okay, good for your father. I'm gonna go this way though.
I'm gonna go. I conveniently already have to go over there.
So now I'm gonna try and do more quests. So I'm gonna level up because I want to get to a higher level. I'm tired of being weak.
What level are you?
Like 22.
Wow.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
like
tired of
40
being weak.
now. Yeah.
You're level 40?
Yeah.
Jesus.
How'd you get so high?
I'm like-
well, you
I'm
and
like-
Eddie like always play the game though.
I'm like exploring and I'll kill whatever I see.
See, that's the thing. I don't kill them. I'm just
I
I want to
avoid 'em.
explore things.
I
don't avoid them. I
like-
just want to like explore.
I'll just purposely go look for a boss. I'll be like, you look killable. I'm up. Like just recently, I started killing that. I killed that ghost elk.
Ghost Town.
Down
Where's
where
that
you're
at?
talking
I've never
about.
seen that.
It's in the underground. You have to find like a little.
So one of the ruins.
No, it's not like a dungeon per se. You like find a little like elevator out in the world, and it just takes you to like this separate part of the map that's under the world, under the map.
Oh, yeah, I've been there. I didn't see any boss there though. Where'd you go?
you have to go around the area and you have to turn on fires, and you have to turn on 8 fires. Go to this carcass of the deer, and it just starts going, and then you get teleported to an area and you start fighting it.
Is he strong?
To
You
me,
think I could beat him?
no.
You think me level 22 Chad could beat him?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes,
you
I
don't
do.
think that?
Yes, I do. I do believe it. I've
Yeah,
seen
he-
people go with Dark
He
Souls.
did see how good I did against Afro.
He lost.
I was putting up a fight though. I was
No, you
low key
didn't.
like it was. Jose, you remember like Kakashi versus Obito?
Yeah.
That's the fight we were having in
He
there.
got,
Low key,
he
we were
got
popping
2
off.
hits in and then died.
No, look.
All right, you gonna show me after the episode?
Look, Afro, he made a video about PvP, and I was in the video.
He
But since
was.
there were so many people he was fighting on top of me, he edited my part to make it shorter than it was.
he made
so
fun
it
of his
looked,
name.
he looked like it was only like a 2-second fight, but it was longer than that. And it acts like, because you can tell from the video when you watch when the fight where I'm in starts, you can tell it's not the beginning of the fight.
It's
It doesn't
endgame.
look. It clearly doesn't look like it's the start of the fight. But while Tyler like, I don't know, Gabe, it kind of looks like the start. No, it doesn't. It clearly doesn't look like
He
that.
got his butt handed to him.
No, I didn't. I was low key boxing him up for a bit. And then he was like, all right, let me use my anime abilities. And I didn't have anime abilities. I was a basic vagabond. So I just had swords skill. Nothing I could do. And he's also like level 40, I think. He was like twice my level. And also, he's like cracked at the game. He's like,
Not from what I saw.
he beat the salamander you couldn't beat.
I haven't gotten to him.
First time on my PlayStation.
Oh, you're
good
right.
game.
I did.
All right. No, you think you're that guy? Beat him on mine then. We'll see.
No, I'm not gonna beat the enemy for you. I'll beat it for myself.
No,
not
I
for
want to
you.
see you do it.
Nah.
I want to see you do it here.
No, I'm not gonna do it for you. You
I
do
wanna
it for
see you do
yourself.
it here.
Do it for yourself. I'm not
No,
gonna.
no,
I'm
I
not-
want to see you
I'm
do
not
it.
gonna
I can do it.
No, you can't.
swear
No,
to-
why is he still alive then? You want to keep him around?
No,
You-
no,
you,
look,
You
look.
like the little cellar?
I don't know if you know this. There's like a place in the map. It's called the Rewind Stone. So after you beat a boss, Jose knows this. If you beat a boss, you throw the Rewind Stone in there. It goes
So
and they
you've
come
beaten it
back.
Before. You got it.
Yeah, but I want to see you do it.
No, you got it.
No, I want to see you do
destroyed
it.
him
I've beaten him
It's
before.
fine.
Yeah, I know. That's why I want to see
got
you
it.
beat him.
I ain't got to do it.
No,
I don't
You
think
know
you've
it.
beaten a boss on Gabe's PlayStation.
Yeah,
you
I have.
haven't.
Yeah, I have.
What?
I beat the dragon.
That doesn't count.
Who
Why?
dragged?
He's an overworld enemy. That's what he is. He's not a boss. He's not in a dungeon. He's not in a main story. He's not a boss. He's an overworld.
He's a
creature.
boss. He has the little boss meter at the bottom.
So does the
that says his name.
giants. When I walk by the giants, I'm not gonna call it
They
giants.
don't have
bosses.
a name at
Yes,
the
they do.
bottom. They just
Yes,
have
they
their
do.
health
Yes,
bar.
they
No,
do.
they don't.
We're counting the trees as bosses too.
They are.
No, they're
They're
overworld
side
creatures.
bosses.
They're not. They don't count. No one's counting those as like big bad boss.
They're part of the boss list.
When you see top 10 bosses in Elden Ring, they're not in that list.
Okay, that's a subjective
Dude, speaking of, have you seen that one like dragon thing that's like
Yeah.
that's like
oh yeah, you sent it to me,
huge?
right?
Yeah.
It's like three-headed.
Is that like the end of the game or
I have no
something?
idea.
I don't know.
Cause that looked insane. I'm like, and I saw the dude who's bursting his
Yeah.
health bar. I'm like, I'm nowhere near this guy's level. I'm not.
I saw it and I was like,
Not that
oh,
guy.
light work. I got this.
Bro, I was watching that and I was like, I don't know, man.
I was like, I'll pull up my guts outfit and I'd be like, die.
I was like, bro, I ain't got that man's health. I don't know if I can do it.
It was
got-
giving me like the Nine Tails invasion on Naruto vibes. That's what it looks like.
But you got magic. You got the you've turned the game
You have
on easy.
you have the easiest route possible.
know
Yeah,
about that.
you literally turned Elden Ring into easy mode.
You turned the game on easy when you picked
I don't
magic.
know
Like
about that.
originally, it's on like normal / difficult mode. You turn it on pussy mode, where you just run away. Magic.
You're like,
Yeah,
I shard.
I shard run. Oh, it takes so much skill, Gabe, to run away and shoot. It's so hard. I watch you play the game. I'm like, dude, you suck. Actually, for someone where all you have to do to not die is just dodge, you suck at dodging, Jose, which is
I'm
the
not
crazy
good at
part.
dodging, dude.
I don't know why. It's like I think with your build, that's something you should be good at doing at this
not good
point.
at
It's the only thing you need to be good at, and you just suck at it. Yeah, at least I suck, but I'm not sucking at like I don't know the game.
What?
I'm better than Eduardo at least.
Are you?
Eduardo at my level wasn't beating the dragon. I beat the dragon.
I did.
Salamander, I mean.
Okay.
Eduardo was getting no diffed by that salamander.
I don't even know what are my feats when I was.
You also
level
got no
20.
diffed by the sun summoner too.
I haven't even. Oh, you're right.
You did.
You're right.
That was
That
crazy.
Sun Summoner.
And
was
Jose
playing an
boxed
act
him
on
up.
me.
I
He
did.
has magic.
True. So is
You
the
can
sun
run
summoner.
away from his little like sun
We
ability.
clashed magics.
No,
Okay,
is
I
that
don't
a
have
thing you
anything to
can do?
clash.
Huh?
Can you do that?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
You can also run away from the sun, you know?
You could.
I tried, but he kept catching up to me.
According to Jose, there's allegedly invincibility frames when you dodge, so you can just use
Yeah, there
that.
is.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is.
Jose's lying.
There actually is invincibility frames.
No, there's not. Then how come when I dodge, I still get hit?
You're bad.
No, because there's no invincibility frames.
Okay.
You're bad. No, I'm better than you. Who's maidenless, me or you?
Both
You,
of us.
Both of us. I don't know.
No, I have maidens. I have like 2 maidens in the game.
Okay, so do I.
No, you don't. You have 1 maiden.
No, I don't.
Who's your second
So
maiden?
neither of us are maidenless then.
No.
So yeah, so
You're
neither of
getting
us
the
are
default maiden. Doesn't
That's a
really
maiden.
Count.
That's a
Nah,
maiden. Why you
default
gonna- why
maiden
not?
doesn't count.
Why not?
Why does default maiden count? They give
a
you that
maiden.
one. It's a
What do you mean?
freebie. It doesn't count.
It's a maiden. Still.
Doesn't count.
Yes,
no,
it does.
No,
We're
doesn't count.
maidened.
No, you're maidenless if you don't count the freebie. She's with you from pity.
No, she's not.
Yeah, she is. She's like, he's a loser. I'll give him some cooch, I guess. She's literally like emotionless while you're hitting it. She doesn't feel you.
And with that, we'll conclude today's episode of the JOWP podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Apple Music, actually, Anchor.
True.
Follow us on YouTube. Your boy putting in that work now.
Google Podcasts.
Google Podcasts. And I'm hungry. Bye.